UpperBracket Finals is about to kick off here. Whew, I'm excited. I hope that these two teams are going to bring so much aggression. Lizard, you already mentioned it. These two teams have been playing out of their minds.
They have been playing out of their minds, and honestly, Fnatic, let's be honest, they won versus Repeat 2-0, so they faced some tougher opponents that Keen Gaming has, but Keen Gaming, they did their homework. Look at the bans. First ban, Shadow Shaman. Like, BJ, you're not touching that hero. You're not getting even close to him. Fnatic at the same time, they ban out the Razor, they ban out the Chen. Two heroes that Keen has played in the major.
And we didn't talk too much about the Pangolier coming out from Fnatic, though, and that has been a game-changing hero for a lot of teams, but especially in their hands. Unbelievable hero. So not at all surprised about that first phase ban there.
They brought it into the meta. Go back to last DPC season when it was first added to Captain's Mode. iSkyCloud, he's the original Pango player.
Yeah, we've seen the ban out against them quite often, and with that ban of the Lifestealer, it means that Enigma is still in the pool. Keen, however, have first pick, so perhaps they want to snatch that, but otherwise I wouldn't be surprised to see it picked up for DJ on the side of Fnatic.
No, definitely. They love to first phase that Enigma. It's not a problem for them to play that Enigma versus Rubik's, versus Banes, Vengeful's. They don't care, because DJ, he can just go for the classic Crimson Greaves build, be tanky enough, bring that utility to his team that basically enables them to take down map control so early on. That's why Enigma is such a powerful position for right now.
Indeed. Well, we'll see if they have the gall to do it again. I mean, we've seen that Enigma get punished, though. Yeah. And first pick in it, I mean, it is absolutely one of the riskiest things you can do in your draft.
It's a bit greedier, yeah. And even more so when it's played as a 4 position.
Kotal. All right. We haven't seen him in a few days, but this hero has been banned out very often and is really strong still. Will-O-the-Wisp and the laning presence is really good with the Kotal.
Oh, the immediate answers in the sense of the
exactly.
Jug, Nyx, heroes that can punish him. Nyx can catch him. You've got the Carapace for Illuminate. Jug, you've got the Blade Fury, the Spin to get rid of things like Blinding Light and still attack buildings through it. This is a good response.
Exactly. A very fine response by Fnatic. That Lifestealer was banned out. There aren't too many heroes that have built-in BKB. Jug is one of those. You pick him up, you have a way of dealing with the Will-O-the-Wisp. And
one of Keen's preferred carries is the Weaver, so Nyx is also going to be good if that does come out. Weaver is one of those heroes which could match up well against the Jug, good at killing Healing Ward, good at getting away from an Omni Slash, but it gets a little bit riskier now.
Well, one thing that we have seen a lot from this team is their aggressive plays. We've seen a lot of major, but as Fnatic might have brought in Pango, I think Keen has really brought in that kind of get-in-your-face style, and there's Troll to back that style.
I mean, the Troll is that aggressive carry. It doesn't necessarily have to be. You can still itemize this hero to be that late-game potential carry with the Battle Fury early on. You can scale into the late game. But most importantly, in this matchup versus the Jug, you always have that ulti. If he Omni Slashes you, you just pop your ulti, you won't die, at least during that Omni Slash, and then you can turn. So a pretty good pickup by them here.
Interesting. There we go. The Enigma's out, so maybe they missed their chance for greatness, what they wanted to take.
It's game 1. I think it's quite a risky move to pick it in your first 2 because Keen Gaming can instantly respond. They can pick up the Rubik, they can pick up the Vengeful Spirit. Yeah, you can go this Aura build, but it does really tunnel you down that one direction.
Honestly, I can't really see this as a good ban because there's still a Nyx Assassin on the side of Fnatic. That hero, if he isn't played as 4, it doesn't really do a whole lot. But at the same time, you can play a 3 Enigma. Yeah, you can play her on offlane,
right? We've seen 3 Nyx as well.
Yeah,
like
and 3 Nyx. So
I think
there's
those two as a 3-4 either way works just fine.
You don't like Nyx Assassin as a 5 at all?
It's done by some teams, but not to huge success. I believe, was Liquid? No, Liquid was playing it on 4 as well. So Nyx 5 isn't really that great, in my opinion, at least.
What type of heroes do you like to see jabs on most? Like, what hero comes to mind?
One hero that they have banned out that I would like to see him on is Oracle, but they, that hero is out. Anything beefy that's going to help out this Juggernaut in the laning stage. Something like, not really a popular opinion, but Grimstroke with Juggernaut still does fairly well. You can combo him later with some different heroes for iSkyCloud, such as Doom, which would not be too bad here.
Yeah, I really like that idea. I mean, bringing in a lot of that early game damage, a lot of that momentum in the early to mid game, and that's kind of Jug's wheelhouse right now in the meta. Really love this Slark ban, though. I mean, excuse me, Slardar.
Slardar. It's a different kind of fish.
Please, I can tell the difference between fish, okay? I'm an educated man, but the Slardar is very interesting. I do like that a lot. We've been seeing him come up in this tournament as a response to kind of this like mid-game stuff, because he could just blow people up in the laning phase. So not surprised to see him banned out to kind of ensure that that momentum gets going.
Yeah. I think something Fnatic have played on Jabs that I would like to see maybe is the Shadow Demon. It gives him a save. It's kind of like the similar idea of the Oracle where you have a defensive support. But as it stands, a couple more bans before we'll get into those next couple picks.
Yeah, heroes that I have seen a lot being played. There we go, the Shadow Demon ban. Witch Doctor also still in the pool. Hero that has made pretty much a comeback in this major. Another hero that's still in the pool is Bane. Works pretty well versus the Troll Warlord, as you can just sleep him or grip him during his ultimate. Just leave him alone and ignore him.
So with that Shadow Demon banned out, we got one more headed on to you.
Yep. I thought, I'd solve the mystery. What's Jabs going to play? It's not Oracle, it's Shadow Demon, but the mystery remains.
Mysteries are good for Fnatic, man. You don't want to be too predictable. We've seen them get a lot of their comfort picks in their earlier games that they've been winning in. Here we go. Ursa banned out and the Wyvern. Ooh.
All right, another hero that serves the same purpose versus Troll Warlord. You have two ways of saving your allies, either with the Cold Embrace or with your ultimate. You can just use that ultimate on the Troll once he pops his ultimate and completely prevent him from dealing any sort of damage. At the same time, is that position 5 that is always going to have farm. Always. Like, it's just the nature of the hero. Out pushes with Splinter Blast. Has also 90 gold talent on level 10, which is so huge for position 5s. It's so big for supports.
So these two teams are very big on the whole fighting thing, right? So we already have a keeper on the line on one side, which kind of is a lot of team fight. Do you feel like a Winter Wyvern next Assassin combination is enough to offset that and be a slightly balanced fight happening here?
It should be. I think Nyx is a hero that can hunt Coddle is great, and most importantly, to have a good hero to kill the Will-O-the-Wisp quickly. Jug can just instantly Blade Fury, hit the Will-O-Wisp, and they can then team fight where that was. If anything, I think Keen need more team fight. Okay. They get the puck.
Yeah, that is some team fight for sure.
Yeah, the silence really valuable this game, and you see this Wyvern come out. You don't want to go all in on physical damage. You have to have some way of punishing the Cold Embrace.
Yeah, keep in mind that Dream Coil as well can be procced by the Blinding Light if you knock heroes out of the Dream Coil.
Yeah, do you think this is going to be something like a position 4 or 3 puck?
I don't think so. I think it's more likely they're mid, and I think they want to pick it up now, maybe because they're worried Fnatic's going to take it. They don't have the last pick of the draft, so they don't need to like hide their mid by any means.
Right.
Oh boy.
Yeah, iSkyCloud just adores his hero, right? So it might be him, but it can be played on mid too.
All three of their players.
The problem that I see in this puck is the fact that Fnatic, what did they do versus VP? They picked that TA versus the Shadow Fiend. Why wouldn't they do the same versus the puck? Like, the hero just crushes him on the lane, combos well with the rest of their heroes. He's a little bit greedy, honestly, after the Timber pick, but if they do realize that the puck is mid, they can just really take that TA and dominate that mid lane.
Well, we did see Keen win one of the games with a mid-puck, I do believe, earlier, and it was a very impressive show. I mean, he didn't spend too much time in the mid at all. Really got that farm and then started going absolutely bananas in all those other lanes. So, assuming that they can shut it down, like you're saying, I can certainly see that going the wrong way, but that's totally a comfort pick for Keen Gaming.
It is.
Yep, and I think they're going to do great with it.
And last time they had a puck, they also had that Doom and a Keeper of the Light as well, so that's already 3 out of 5. It was against EG, and they crushed that game, so...
My boy Yeet, keep your eyes out!
What do you guys think about this Timber so, however? Like, I haven't seen this hero work at all in this major. Every single time he's picked, he's either completely controlled in the lane or just ignored, and he does nothing after the laning stage. I think it was... Who was it? Liquid that played it?
Well,
I think at least one game on Liquid.
Yeah.
But it's weird because it wasn't like they picked out a really good part of the draft. They only see the troll that is really good against here. Instantly, Doom gets snagged. There's Doom, Infernal Blade, very good at chipping away at Timbersaw and actually doing damage to him. Plus the last pick. It just feels like a hero picked up when it doesn't really counter Keen's draft.
They banned out Ursa just to make sure that he has a good laning stage, a good laning presence, but at the same time, there are some other heroes that can be picked up by Keen Gaming.
However, this is probably going to be the Ice Timbersaw.
Yes.
Right? So you can say whatever you want, but at the same time, this Ice is Timber. Right? You can make miracles happen. So sometimes you just have to go with what your heart's in.
Yeah, we saw it work against virtus.pro for Fnatic. So they played that Timber and won with it.
A very rare success in this tournament for the hero. So
yes,
if anyone can pull it off.
It will be Ice.
One of the biggest things for Fnatic in the draft itself is that they have Abed, a guy that can play many of these sneaky heroes, your gotcha picks, your last pick material, right? So you have that Meepo there. And honestly, right now, this is looking like a fine Meepo game too.
Lizard,
they could last pick it.
Listen, I know you're a Meepo player, but you got to stop hyping up this Meepo, okay? There's been a week of this Meepo last pick that you've been telling me.
There's been some Meepo bans.
There were some bans. It doesn't even have to be picked. It's just the fact that you have a Meepo player in your team. It forces the enemy to think about it. And they go with the Lion, all right?
Hell yeah.
So this puck is definitely mid. You can go for Meepo. You could go for a TA.
Which is the one for Kaka? I would imagine that it is a Dark Keeper of the Light.
The 4-position Lion is pretty nice now with the scaling Finger of Death. I think if you can get some farm on this hero, get a early Blink Aghanim's is amazing on Lion. We could well see a 4-position Lion.
I mean, he just fits perfectly in the meta right now, right? It's all about like securing that early game and then having these kind of big damage team fights later and cleaning up.
A Lion is huge right now because a lot of these heroes with built-in BKB abilities are being played, and you have that insta-hex versus them. So you have a lot of catch versus the Nyxes versus the Juggernauts. So
that means also, by the way, that for the 5th time in a row, Dark will play the Keeper of the Light.
That's sad.
Nothing else.
That poor guy. Let him be free. Anyway, if there was ever going to be a game for the Meepo, Lizard, this might be it. You've been hyping it up for so long.
I have not been hyping it up for longer than 30 seconds.
Is Lion not pretty good?
You've been hyping it up.
Nah, it's not that
It's not happening. I don't think this is a bad Meepo game, but I also don't think it's a good Meepo game, personally. I think there's a lot of burst damage, and like even just picking this Lion makes it a lot harder to play Meepo.
I'm just going to be talking about Meepo every single draft from if Fnatic is in.
20 more seconds. Here we go.
Oh, Dragonite.
Whoa.
This is the classic puck counter, at least the old one.
Yeah, not the TA, not the Meepo or anything like that. They pick something very stable, something that isn't greedy, because they have a little bit greedy lineup with the Timber and the Juggernaut. With the Dragonite, however, you have that healing ward that's going to be able to help you in these pushes.
All right, is that enough for you to sway you towards the side of Fnatic is the question.
Yeah, their lineup is actually looking really well. I believe DK is going to have a fun time on mid, and with the healing ward and Dragonite in front, I think they have way too much sustain for Keen Gaming.
All right, one for Fnatic. How about you, Gods?
I'm a big Fnatic fan, but I have to go with Keen's draft on this one. I think it's just a bit more well-rounded. They've got answers to the Timbersaw, who I don't think is going to have a great game, and we've seen Yi on this puck before just have an amazing game. So Keen Gaming.
When Dragonite got picked, we haven't seen him in months, and only one person in the crowd went, woo! And I feel exactly the same way.
Okay, that's still 3.
Come on, Dragonite fans. You were hiding. I feel the same way about it. I mean, it ain't the hypest hero. Everyone knows what he does, so I got to go for Keen Gaming. My boy Yeet.
I'm going to go for Keen Gaming as well. I'm sorry. I was already planning on that.
All right.
So, I was not swayed. I made up my own mind. And you can make up your own mind as well. Not in terms of who you think you can win. Well, you can do that too. But for the MVP vote, of course, hereby a reminder that you can vote for your MVP during that game. Here's the commands. It's all the names. You know the drill. We'll be expecting big things from you. And we're also going to expect big things from the teams. Will be commentated by Odie Pixel and Fogged.
Oh.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Stockholm. Stockholm. It's Keen Gaming versus Fnatic, and I'm OD Pixel, joined by Fog for this one. A lot of trust this game for Keen Gaming by the panel. They believe that they have the answer to the iSkyCloud Timbersaw.
They do seem to have quite a lot of damage that can be able to go straight through that, right? Look at their physical damage on Keen. Who is it? It's just the troll. Everybody else gives a high amount of magical damage in order to burst through it, so they should be able to at least take down that Timber. The one thing I'm concerned is can they deal with this push that seems like it could come out from Fnatic. Looks like they could be going for this kind of timing. They take the 3 towers out, or they take the early towers out, and then they look to just keep progressing early on because they have this Juggernaut healing ward, and they have the Nyx who can set up versus the Coddle, who the Coddle is the majority of the deep push, the Coddle and the Puck, and Nyx is, Nyx likes playing versus both those to catch them at least in particular. Oh, absolutely. One sort of spike carapace, and then the backup's going to be there. Suddenly the Dragon Knight's blinking in on top of the Coddle, and he's out of the team fight. He's not going to be there for the defense. So we'll see what sort of timings Fnatic's able to work towards, and if indeed Keen Gaming has the answers and the ways to make it so that old chicken can go off on his troll warlord. We'll see what sort of lane setups we have coming out from both sides at the moment. Keen Gaming sending 3 down bottom to secure these bottom runes. Did you see that item build there by old chicken too? Well, that's a Orb of Venom on your carry to start off. Okay, I guess I might be totally wrong here, but I want to say that if you throw it with the ranged axes, change back to the melee form, you get the melee affected stronger slow. You absolutely do. That's why we saw a couple games, I don't know here, but I saw a couple games of people trying out Troll Warlord support. I saw it actually work, 1 or 2 games. Okay, well we'll see how much that extra harassment is going to help. I can imagine sort of that Orb of Venom melee slow combined with then the axes, it gives a lot of chase down, and you have to be careful how close you're actually getting. And if there's any sort of time where you start to look to try and dive the troll, there's going to be that timing with the slows to allow backup to come in and turn the gank around. Yeah, he might actually be able to try to set up for kills before this Timbersaw hits that level 3, right? That's the crucial one, where then Timber hits 3 and you can't actually push him out of lane. However, if they have Coddle with Chakra, as well as with Illuminate, and they have this extra slow, and they can connect all of their spells, you Chakra your troll, you get double axes, both of them. So you can refresh both of them and do a high increased amount of damage versus that Timber. So we'll see if they can. And we'll see how well iSkyCloud and DJ can do up here. Obviously iSkyCloud, one of the most formidable Timbersaw players in the game. We'll see if we can see another game where he can go off on the hero. Already getting the faces of both of them with the Whirling Death. The other lanes, anything else that you feel we should look out for? This mid lane, DK Puck, anything crazy going to happen here? I think the Puck should win, because I've just been the way he's been playing it. He's super aggressive, especially with the way he skills too. You see right away, he's not going to be going for the phase shift in this type of build. But the thing is, he's a DK, so we've seen this matchup, I don't know, hundreds of times, and it ends up usually being the DK just even versus the Puck. But I think this Puck has a lot of experience in the matchup, so. And then this bottom lane, at the moment, you're seeing the Jug. He's farming up against the Doom. Is he going to be alright down here, would you imagine? Sort of having the extra backup of the Winter Wyvern. They've got that sort of double heal at the point. He should be okay. He's not going to be bullied out of lane down bottom, is he? Jug should be able to find it. Depends on which creep this Doom is able to find and say. Actually, did block both of the camps, which usually ends up being okay, actually, because you want to block that Radeon hard camp because of how abusive the pull that people do is constantly. So I think you have to do that one. He's actually not going to have a creep, and they're going to be able to put some pressure onto MP here just from that increased, just the right clicks that come out, because Wyvern doesn't trade too well. Like Wyvern's attack range is pretty bad, same with the attack damage. So Jug should farm, but I think Doom's going to farm better. Oh, see at the moment, nobody getting too far behind in CS in the first few waves. As the lanes, I imagine, is there any sort of chance you're going to see early ganks towards the mid? I guess DK is not really the tastiest or easiest of targets to look towards, and the same to be said for a Puck, right? I'm not seeing much rotations probably happening in the laning phase at all. Just looking at the heroes that we have set up. Maybe if they see some type of dive play coming up, we could see like the Lion TP. As bottom. Kaka's getting aggressive, has boots. Is getting slowed though by jabs. Splinter Blast comes out as well, and with the TP from DJ, he's there in time to make sure they have enough setup and catch to get that first blood. Also the bonus being that MP, he's the one to get the final touch with the Juggernaut. So they're just going to leave the Timber top. iSkyCloud, who is already doing pretty well. I think they may have had that kill anyway, but DJ comes in, just to secure it. And now it looks like they're going to do a try lane. They want to be able to secure the Jugs farm. I think they were a little bit concerned that he's getting pressured a bit. And iSkyCloud says this Timber now, he's sort of at the level 3, should be fine to be left on his own in the solo lane. Yep. So now it's going to be about how much efficiency can Keen do in this top lane. If they can't bully out the Timbersaw, it's, get your stacks going for your Coddle as much as possible so you can keep up that farm. And he's actually already started with the small camp stack at least. Dark able to make those pulls. Of course, Troll Warlord being one of those heroes that does not mind farming underneath the tower.
Maybe it'll be a little scary though to do that sort of play once the levels are there on Ice. You can certainly expect early aggressive moves from the Timbersaw. Mid lane CS, 18 for 6 on Arbed, 16 for 6 on Dash. It's very close between these two.
Yeah, dead even. It's the usual matchup. I thought maybe Dash was going to be able to pull it ahead for himself, but no, this is the nature of the matchup. Is bottom.
And again, DJ is able to catch out Kaka with the stun. That'll allow MP to just chase him down with the Blade Fury. It's his second kill for this Juggernaut on the bottom lane. Fnatic making sure that MP, even though he might not be getting the best of CS, he is getting the kills. He will be chased down a little bit by Old 11, but he'll be fine. Puts the Mango even and make sure he can get that healing ward out. But yeah, a little slow on the CS, but getting your Jug 2 kills in the laning stage, you got to be happy if you're Fnatic.
Yeah, and actually, apologies. I thought they actually had blocked Keen on the bottom side. They actually had unblocked the camp, and now he actually is able to find a Satyr for Old 11 on this Doom. So the best creep possible on a Doom there.
He's able to walk around now with that 12 HP regen. So very, very beefy. Kaka, of course, the easy target on this bottom lane that Fnatic have found a couple of times now.
DJ's just stalking him constantly. He's setting up to try to prepare himself for that bounty rune too, but this is a great position for him to get the wraparound.
Kaka's got to be careful how far he goes forward. He is a very squishy target if one of the supports gets him. The Splinter Blast will be just out of range. And whoa, DJ actually uncharacteristic there. DJ totally wished the stun. And that will mean that Kaka can easily keep his distance and walk out of the harm's way. In fact, a bit of a turn with the Infernal. Played down onto DJ, another stun from Kaka. They are trying to control them around these 5-minute rune stuns there from DJ to make sure that Fnatic can secure the rune there. We'll be able to head over before Kaka's able to get round and take the other. So Fnatic getting the rune advantage. Taking the 3 out of the 4. On 11, he may find Chaps there. One more Infernal Blade and the Satire Blast. Okay, they don't get the advantage with the runes, but Old 11's able to get a solo kill down bottom.
They claim themselves, yeah, those 3 bounties, and also iSkyCloud, he walked in and he lost one of his bounties versus Dark, but however, he took the whole small camp. So I think it was a double or triple camp that he took away from that Coddle that was pulling constantly. And yeah, this bottom lane, you know, they're trying to make the trade here. They're like, we're not actually getting good farm like you were saying on the Jug, so that tri lane, they have to just get kills out of it to make up for it. But yeah, Old 11 is having a fantastic time on Doom.
He is, and obviously Old 11 and Kaka, they do have a lot of kill potential to the point where you have to be careful if the supports want to start leaving that bottom lane. As MP will be vulnerable to initiation from these two. They'll have that extra bit of lockdown, the stun, the hex, and then the slam down from the Infernal Blade. It's a lot of damage that adds up if MP does not manage to get out that Blade Fury instantly.
I mean, it's very close to level 6 already coming out on this Doom, and your Jug is only 4.5. Yeah, that is very scary. As we do see the support starting to make moves, they're trying to guarantee some runes here. As Kaka, again, being spotted out.
They found him down bottom. They're going to be able to outnumber as well. But DJ actually missing the stun. Kaka's able to easily juke it as DJ tries to stun for the low ground. And Kaka, he's able to walk this one off. He's more than fine. Has a stun to rely on if Fnatic continue to chase. So he's got to keep his cool. He's missed a couple of stuns already. He's back towards the mid. They'll get the 2 stuns out onto the puck. They don't have enough damage to burst down Dash. And in fact, Dash is ready to turn. The core's down onto the 2 of them. Moving forward, Old Chicken comes in with a rotation. He's on top of Arbed. They've got 4 heroes trying to burst down the Dragon Knight. Sig charges a pop, but it won't save Arbed. As Keen Gaming get in the mid lane, react to the play that Fnatic was trying to take, and get that kill onto Arbed, knocking him out of the lane, and sort of reducing that threat of that tower going down super early.
That's such a sick TP by Old Chicken. Like, when do you see your safe laner at level 5 make the rotation in when your puck calls for it? That's literally just like teamwork coming into play perfectly. He's just like, they extended a little bit too far here. We committed a bunch of heroes, and we don't want this DK to use DK form and just keep poking our tower. That's, yeah, such a heads-up move there. They know the Doom can't rotate because he's low on mana, but yeah, bring your troll.
As you say, down bottom, Old 11. He has got that 6. So to be a little careful down here how close they get to the Doom. I mean, he's pretty much at the point now where, you know, Jabs, even Jabs plus MP, they can't really zone this Doom out the lane. He's 45 and 12 on the CS. He is absolutely blowing away the competition on this bottom matchup.
Did you see the skill build too? We saw a lot of 404s or 414s on Doom. He has 131. He's maxing Scorched Earth.
I mean, I guess it makes sense.
That comes
they just can't kill him as well. If they go on him, he pops the Scorched Earth, he's not going to die to the damage over time. At bottom, he's able to just dive like this, looks towards Jabs. Kaka's there with a follow-up stun. It's going to be another kill for Keen Gaming. It's just looking all too easy on this bottom lane for Old 11.
I mean, it really does provide so much damage. 40 times 14. Crazy amount of damage.
That's a lot. 640 magicals, none.
Yep.
Nothing to shake off as top lane. Old Chicken. It's a nice juke, and it's not going to save him. iSkyCloud in with the Timber Chain will still be able to finish off the kill.
Didn't pop the battle trance. Didn't seem like he wanted to waste it there. Had the opportunity, but...
As MP, just to be a little careful. Kaka tries to step forward. In fact, Kaka taking a lot. Splinter Blast is going to be on point as well, but he is out of range, and Old 11 stands between him and Jabs and MP, so they can't continue to chase the line any further.
Jabs has to stay near MP in particular, or just have a TP prepared as well soon, just to be able to watch for where Old 11's going to make the move. Because Old 11, he's holding that skill point. He's ready to throw out that Doom if he sees an opportunity. And they have to have teammates there to back up and protect that Jug.
He's got it popped in now, so the ult ready to go. MP as well does have an Omni Slash if King Gaming do start to dive, but it's going to be very hard to find the opportunity to use it. Old 11, again, just posturing incredibly aggressively as this Doom. He knows that he can get away with it. He's taught net worth. He's the biggest hero on the map at the moment. He is very, very scary for Fnatic to try and approach us, especially just as these two heroes, as it still is just Jabs and MP down here on the bottom lane.
Yep. Dash is trying to make a move toward top. It's not quite spotted, but Abed, he actually is not risking Dragon forming and hitting the tower right now. When he has creeps actually hitting the opposing mid tower, he's a bit afraid of that coil if he steps up too far from the TPs that what happened before. That was literally like a full creep wave hitting the tower, and Abed just jungled for a moment. So that was a very, he's very afraid in that mid lane.
I mean, I think, after seeing what the four heroes coming on the mid lane earlier, it's understandable that Abed's having to be that little more scared of how he goes for those pushes and plays.
See that the Dash is going for the Veil build. So they're versus a Timbersaw, they're versus a DK. They want to have this high magical damage to be able to burst through their high HP. Makes sense, especially like we said, the Troll is their only real physical damage. Everybody else is magical, so... It's really nice having this Coddle. I know they've been picking it a lot, but a lot of teams have been ignoring it, just how powerful Chakra Magic is. Like, he just walks mid and gives Puck full mana every single time after he spams the waves.
Mid lane Abed will pop the Elder Dragon Form for a bit of harassment onto Dark.
Top.
Dark's able to keep himself safe, blast the way back up top lane. Again, Old Chicken is getting chased down by the two of them. There'll be TPs into the shrine then. That'll pull off iSkyCloud and DJ trying to go for any more. But in the mid lane, Abed is actually able to dive underneath the tower and still get Dark. Dark was trying to hang around and push the wave out. Abed gets on top of him with a stun. It's a solo kill for the DK.
Now he's starting to play a little bit more confidently here. As soon as he sees where any of the heroes of the side of Keen are, he knows Puck's making rotations. He's like, okay, I have to take advantage of this and hit the tower a little bit here, even if it can be a bit of a risk from constant TPs.
Yeah, and it was the smart play of sort of moving from two angles. Fnatic diving the Troll up towards the shrine. Abed knows that for King Gaming, they're going to be looking towards their jungle rather than towards that mid lane.
Exactly. There's bottom. Jabs. He's sneaking away.
They were hunting from the other. They have found vision with the courier usage. Smart play there from King Gaming. Gives them the vision to open up. And straight away, they'll drop down the Dream Coil. They've got the magical burst to bring him down low. And a couple more right clicks after the Cold Embrace finishes. And King Gaming will get the pick off.
Patience from Kaka. He had Finger there, but doesn't want to use it. Wants to probably kill the Timbersaw with the Finger. Timber or DK. Even though he can get a free stack there.
That's the thing. But it's such a long cooldown. Level 1 Finger, just as you say, you want it for something bigger. It's a 160-second cooldown.
Yeah.
He's going to get that stack. Within the next 160 seconds, Kaka's going to find some action anyway. And here we have it maybe already. As he comes up towards the top lane, they've got the Will-O-Wisp to set up an iSkyCloud, but he gets the Timber Chain off in time, so it's still able to drag him out. They do have the follow-up stun, and they'll try and dodge this out. Hex to control the Timber once more, bringing him down low enough, and there's the Finger. And that's why you save it, boys and girls. That's why you save the Finger, for the big kills, for the big targets, and they get iSkyCloud because of it.
You have to save it for core. Like, in that bottom situation, you're going to get the kill anyway, so... Very nice by them there, taking that out. Taking out that Timbersaw, and when Timber dies like that, it's painful, because then you have to, like, you make your whole way route, you just put all that effort of pushing the lane into the tower. Now they're able to do the same, and Keen, they get some window here. Actually, everyone just farming, and together here is Kaka. Oh! Low mana, walks up for a regen rune, gets killed by the Wyvern.
He's going to have to look for something to drain. So 12 minutes in, 5 for 4 at the moment, 1k lead for Keen Gaming.
With his 0 points in drain.
Oh, he's still not got one in it.
Yeah, he's 4-2.
Pulling the lockdown.
He's got a Coddle, so Coddle...
That's very true.
Yeah, walk by and throw him Chakra.
Yeah, he doesn't have too many mana problems with the Coddle by his side. Still Old 11, Old Chicken, they're at the top this game. It's a bit of a race for iSkyCloud and MP and Abed to keep up, as iSkyCloud slipping a little bit behind on the Timbersaw. as they do want him to become this sort of beast that's unkillable. But as you say, with King Gaming's lineup, they do have ways to kill the Timber. So iSkyCloud, he's got his work cut out this game.
They'll always have ways to kill him, honestly. They really do have just so many different avenues to burst him down. His 11 even takes the scorched earth damage. So we have 70 times 16, Owen. 1120 over the full duration.
I'll say yes. I believe your maths is correct.
It's interesting. I've seen, honestly, like 404 every single game. 414, and then the movement speed talent as well, for the majority of the time. I know some people do vary, but...
Top lane, DJ with the play he talks about during the draw. Spike Carapace to trip up the Keeper of the Light. We'll see King Gaming if they can find anything in return. iSkyCloud's actually missing the Timber Chain here, so that'll mean that Kaka gets the opening stun. Dash is going to come forward. They have that Veil, so that extra bit of magical damage helping them out. Still, can they finish him off? They have a silence. Old Eleven's coming in. He's ready with the Infernal Blade to slam it down and take the pick off. It's King Gaming again. They seem to know exactly how much they need for the kill there. As those three heroes doing just enough to kill off iSkyCloud, and that Veil of Discord showing its power. Without that, they wouldn't have the kill.
Yeah, I really like that pickup. Just as you're saying, the four magic damage heroes on the side of Keen, and they're making space. Old Chicken, even though he got involved early on, he's farming great past the Demon Edge, building toward that Battle Fury.
A very fast Battle Fury.
And they've got great ways of setting up to their defense. Whenever the Coddle sees that they're setting up heavily for a push, he just goes there. He's like, whatever, I can always be sure to defend there as long as the Nyx is visible, and they just saw DJ.
Oh, I have Fnatic. They need this kill, and they'll die for it straight away with the Omni Slash. The Dragon Tail, the Blast comes in as well to make sure there's no chance for a battle shot.
They got more.
See if they can do anything in reaction. Kaka is in the trees. They've got the Blade Fury from MP to keep on top of him. The TPs are going to be cancelled. As King Gaming know there's no saving the Lion. Fnatic, they get those 2 kills, quick to make them as well. They know that with that play on iSkyCloud's top, TPs were used there. There wasn't going to be any backup coming in time for King Gaming. 2 kills and good pressure onto this tier 1 tower. And in fact, the whole of his health gone with this Elder Dragon form. Fnatic making moves with Arbed.
Keen really wanted to defend this tower. The way they're setting up, they're setting their troll there. You know that they're going to be bringing other heroes to TP in, but Fnatic with the quick heads-up play, able to jump it with that high ground ward that they placed.
I can see iSkyCloud this game going for the Rod of Atos build on the Timbersaw. It's going to help trip up Dash's puck. You know, and make sort of Dash have that other Wari in hand. He wants to try and use the orb aggressively to burst down heroes that he's veiled. Now he has to be very careful about doing so, as iSkyCloud will be able to hold him down, allow Arbed to walk up, get a stun off, and suddenly the puck's gone.
Yeah, it's such a value item, right? Great stats, great everything. Gives you more catch, which, I mean, Fnatic, they have pretty okay catch anyway, but that's going to give them just an easier time for DJ to set up as well. Do we have anybody building a Spirit Vessel on the side of Keen? We don't. I don't believe that they really have a Spirit Vessel carrier either versus that Timbersaw, so...
Yeah, it's true. The thing is, none of these heroes want to really be building it, even though it's so good against some of these heroes.
Yeah. Mid lane?
I'm going to see bottom and an attempt to set up as well. The Dream Coil's going to be dropped down just onto the one of them. They have a Will-O-Wisp. There's going to be the Winter's Curse dropped in to try and hold them back and stop them from killing off their core target of Arbed. But Arbed still being brought in. The Will-O-Wisp just causing too many issues for Fnatic as they lose that Dragon Knight. King Gaming making the moves, and with the pressure on mid, they'll be able to move on to this tier 1 tower. And without the Dragon Knight, not a lot that Fnatic can do to get any kills.
And second stack of that finger coming on. Kaka's actually going for the blink, so he wants to have more catch for his team and set up rather than like going for that Aghanims that we see. Yapsor in particular go for that line pretty much every game. He also has good setup for the Aghanims this game. The Will-O-Wisp as well as the puck. You actually set yourself up for some good fingers. He might go for it later, but this is a good way with the blink dagger. You can have your puck initiate, you can have the Will-O-Wisp come in, and then you have this blink follow up and you protect that Willow.
Yeah, all the blinks.
Yeah.
Old 11 ready to jump in too.
So farmed on this Doom. Phase, Drum, Blink, Midas. Gets the Doom off on MP, but the spin was super fast. He's actually okay.
Yeah, he'll be able to get himself far enough away from Old 11, so that's Doom used and a kill not found, and that was essentially the blink reveal as well, so yeah. A nice little timing that Fnatic have effectively slowed down by MP being able to stay alive from that play.
Oh, such a fast reaction. It was well prepared there by MP. As Kaka, they're giving him the top lane. He might get pressured here, though. iSkyCloud has the Atos finished up, too.
And he's got a Hex Kaka. Out turn. He's going to try and keep himself at a distance. There's TP's coming in as well. iSkyCloud does Timber Chain forward aggressively. Back in the jungle, Arbed. He's going to go for the Dragon Tails down onto 11. They've got the control as well, by the looks of it, to bring down this big old target of the Doom. He's still alive. They'll use the Winter's Curse here, but the Shrine's going. It's healing the Doom back up as Old 11 is still alive. Able to turn with the Infernal Blade. iSkyCloud will go forward and cut him down. They get the kill onto Old 11. Can they get him more? The Cold Embrace on Arbed, keeping him healed up. Spring the Blood's coming out as well. MP moves in with the Blade Fury. Old Chicken, he's falling down low. He's dead as well. Fnatic, they've got got 2. Can they find anything more? Dash, he's going to bait out with the orb. He's actually going to jump to it. But he's there. See if he's got a Dragon Tail stun ready and waiting. There'll obviously be a phase shift and a time to dodge it, but he's not going to get it off. The Dragon Tail stun connects. Brief fire out as well as the Splinter Blast. He's got one more orb to get up to the high ground. That will get him far enough away, but still Keen Gaming losing 3 heroes there to Fnatic. Some great plays on the Wyvern to make those saves happen.
Jabs is like, you banned my Oracle, you banned my Shadow Demon. I've got another one that I can make plays with the saves. That Cold Embrace, absolutely perfect. Also that Winter's Curse, even though it was on top of that shrine that was active, it did what was perfect. It was hold him in position, keep that troll locked down for the rest of his team to surround, and just protect his teammates.
And big action as well for MP. Getting the Juggernaut involved. You see MP shoot straight up to the top of the net worth. This Juggernaut is back on track. He's got this Yasha, Maelstrom, queuing up a Blink. He's very ready to get stuck into the action. He doesn't want to play the long game against this Battle Fury troll.
I mean, he can always just go on top of the backlines. If he can get on top of like any of them, they're just dead every single time. Sure, troll has that, you know, you can pop Battle Trance if you do get Omni Slash, but it's purely defensive then at that point rather than you making a play of yourself. As yeah, he's got the Battle Fury, but they're starting to lose a little bit of control as this game. Now they have another Blink, but yeah, Fnatic, every time they seem they have jabs around it, the fight just seems very difficult for Keen.
Mid lane, they're going to try and jump in onto the DK, but again, a Winter's Curse. It just puts the gank to a stop. Arbed's able to easily walk off. As Keen Gaming there, walking into the trap of jabs every single time now. He's ready and waiting for these sort of plays, and it costs Keen Gaming a lot. You know, they've invested a lot in these Blink daggers to make these jump plays. If they're not getting the kills with them, what is this item really doing for them?
Yep. And we see this, this is actually a very sneaky ward. It's become more common, of course, on the side of Fnatic, but this ward is actually giving them so much information that one on the high ground near that hard camp. So every time they do want to make a move out from that mid lane, it's going to be spotted. And right now they're standing under it completely. So we see the Coddle, we see the Doom, they see pretty much everything right now from Keen. So they can just evenly spread out their head. iSkyCloud is going to go push out top lane a little bit here, and DJ might just go scout and try to break this smoke to protect him.
We talked about sort of how nice it would be if Keen Gaming bought a Spirit Vessel, and Fnatic DJ, he has got his, and he's very good as well. You're able to get that down onto the Doom, and then suddenly this Doom isn't quite as tanky as he was before.
Even on the Troll, like your Battle Trance, you're not going to heal through it as much, right? That lifesteal it provides is going to become negligent until you get your Manta or you get your BKB to be able to dispel it.
An extra sustain being built up by iSkyCloud. They've got the mech online now and the Timbersaw Fnatic. So they're really gearing up, ready to go. They really want to try and do something at this timing where the Troll, he has the Battle Fury, but he doesn't have his next big item.
They're just doing a great job of, like, they hold the line, right? You look at the tower situation, their 2 towers are pretty much full HP. And they've been always sitting behind people. You see the way that Jabs is playing, he seems to always be like moving right behind one of his cores, the one that he expects to be getting ganked. Yeah, Keen's just playing the farm game now. They're like, we've got Midas, we've got Battle Fury, let's try to just farm for the moment until they can set up for a smoke play. They do have the Blink as well as that Finger available on Kaka.
I mean, there definitely is the chance for this lineup to look for pickoffs. It's just, I guess, the last few times they've tried to do that, they've just been unsuccessful. Top lane, Old11's actually going to jump in and use the Doom. He is on his own here, so he's going to try and go for the chase down for the solo kill. Backup is coming in, though, for iSkyCloud. Old11 is going for this totally on his own, and now they'll be able to stop him. The healing ward's going to keep iSkyCloud safe. Old11's just going to get beat down, and with the Spirit Vessel, he's ticking down. MP actually jumps in with the Omni Slash to secure the kill, but that was a very ambitious play there from Old11, just trying to run down a Timbersaw. There's a tier 1 tower still top. There's always going to be coming back up in time. And at the same time, mid lane Fnatic, they've got Arbed jumping in onto Dark. They find themselves another. As Keen Gaming, they've bought all these Blinks. They failed at a few ganks, and now they're sort of just throwing their bodies out of the map.
Momentum, I mean, they're actually just straight jungling. Like, Kaka's even just jungling now too. He just did 2 or 3 hard camps on a Lion without actually moving or even reacting to try to make some type of play here. Fnatic has kind of got them set up on the ropes for a little bit here.
And they need that BKB on Old Chicken ASAP. That's going to be the point where they can bring the Troll into the fights, and then suddenly they have sort of that carry that's going to be able to go toe-to-toe with MP's Juggernaut.
Yeah, I think one of the big things for me is they need to get some type of vision down. Right now they only have these defensive wards in their jungle, so they actually have no idea what Fnatic's making on the map, and they need to be able to see the backlines. They need to be able to catch this Wyvern. We've seen what Jabs can do, just countering every single gank that they've been trying to do now.
TP's coming in as the Blade Through will now end on MP, and they'll punish it. In they go with the Blinks with a Finger of Death from Kaka. They'll get the pick off onto the Jug. MP's mistake there, really trying to go up to the high ground unnecessarily into Keen Gaming's jungle. He pays the price.
The one place that they have vision is where he ends up going under, and they're aware that he's alone. They're able to make that quick play. And now they've used Coil, and Doom will, Coil and Doom will be back up actually at the same exact time. Finger was the level 1 Finger, so it's not going to be that shorter cooldown, but good play for them there. They can keep securing their farm, and like you said, the key timing for Keen is really, once Troll has BKB, then we look to really take all these engagements. And he doesn't have to worry so much, except for the Wyvern. They still have to be sure to find jabs.
And Kaka is now level 12, so he's going to have that shorter cooldown on the next usage of the ult. He's already got 3 stacks. Now, getting 3 stacks up from the level 1 ult, that's a pretty good start here for the Lion. Yeah. You're going to be very happy with that bonus damage. And continue to go full on the mobility and the save potentials, getting the 4-staff up next. Dagon, of course, coming out on the puck, so Dash's magical damage output really amping up with that Veil Dagon combo.
Looks like they want to be trying to take a fight around that BKB timing, because Dash actually had the bots queued up for a while, and then he just buys a Dagon, so that tells me that they want to be trying to make a fight as soon as that BKB happens on the Troll, because they're going to have all their ultis available, like we were talking about. Doom's up, Puck Coil is up, and Doom also has a BKB of his own in a second, so they're going to have a couple pretty big timings on the side of Keen. While on Fnatic, they have their BKB on the DK and the Blink already, so they might actually have the timing before Keen is prepared.
Fnatic's heading up it, but so is Keen. Keen is in the jungle, prepared for any sort of move from Fnatic on this top lane, so we'll see how deep they go. And indeed on the back lines, they've got the Dragon Tail stun. They're able to get in with that Blink from Arbed. They catch Dash totally off guard. Stun from DJ is going to be able to set up for another as Dark is left behind. 2 kills for Fnatic again. Getting caught out like that, Fnatic able to make that sweep around, coming in from the lower half of the jungle, and Dash, he just wasn't prepared for that sort of jump in from the Dragon Knight.
No, they have they have Obs and Sentry down. Right now it's going to get dewarded by Jabs, but actually both of the wards getting dewarded by Jabs and DJ. If they were smoked, they were able to just get that instant blink up.
They're straight into the pit. They're going to go for this. They know without the Keeper of the Light and the Puck, that's their 2 sort of major team fight control ultimates off the map. It should be a very easy and quick Roche for them.
And they didn't have to use
unless King Gaming, are they able to get there in time?
It's dying pretty quickly.
I don't think it's going to be soon enough. They may be able to find a pick off after it, unless Kaka goes straight in, but already Roche has gone. MP's able to grab the Aegis. Kaka tries to jump forward, does manage to turn with a Hex. The Doom is attempting getting off, but he can't. He's getting stunned up, held in place. Old 11's dead. And now up to the high ground, Fnatic. They're taking Roche, they're taking the Aegis. They want to take some lives of Keen Gaming here. Dreamcoil and Silence will hold iSkyCloud back, but back towards the middle lane. They'll find a Troll left behind. He gets the battle chance up with the cold embrace, keeps Arbed safe. DJ's got the stone control. That's Old Chicken dead as well. Fnatic getting themselves ahead of the game now. 16-8, 2K lead. And it doesn't seem to matter how farm this Troll and the Doom are. They still very much die to this lineup of Fnatic.
Yeah, they're not getting the, they want to be the ones jumping. They have all the Blink daggers, right? They want to be starting these fights, but they initiated already when Roche was dead. And the Doom, 11, he didn't actually pop the BKB, so he blinked in with his Scorched Earth. He just got insta-Carapace and chain stun and dead. So this 2,000 HP Doom didn't actually contribute anything there, but he gave his life for Kaka.
And we'll see Dash, of course, easily able to blink out at the phase shift.
Mid lane, Abed.
See if King Gaming can do something. They are going to try for the Dragon Knight here. He's able to get the BKB off though before he's doomed. So he's able to walk away. Old 11's trying his best to chase. They'll get the stone control out onto the puck. At the same time, Will-O-Wisp has been laid down on the back, holding it iSkyCloud down. iSkyCloud though is still alive. Nobody has died yet. The healing ward as well, keeping Arbed safe. Jabs, they can't even kill the Wyvern, as now King Gaming have to be careful. They've committed a lot of ults for this attempt, but they didn't get anyone. Arbed jumps straight in. He has the lockdown required to set up for the chakra to fly up to Kaka. Fnatic, they've got MP and iSkyCloud chasing down Old 11. Keen Gaming, they just can't seem to get a break, as that's 2 more kills and pickoffs for Fnatic.
I want a replay of that 4-staff right there by Jabs. That offensive 4-staff on the Doom pushed him up on the high ground to stop him from chasing the DK. That was unbelievable by Jabs.
Now they're straight in the base. Instant jump forward. Omnisash from MP. He's straight in on the action onto this Keeper of the Light, as Dark will buy back. But Fnatic, they're into the base. They're onto the high ground. Kaka, he's able to light up a nice 2-man stun, but Arbed gets the Dragon Tail in response. They try and move in with this round, but the Old Chicken, he finally gets the BKB off. They need kills. Winter's Curse is going to hold back the 2 of them, but still he's trying to chase them down to the low ground. Old Chicken, he's heading forward, gets the start to Arbed, but King Gaming, they just can't kill anyone. Every single time the counter plays are there. Arbed's back in, jumps in with the Dragon Tail. MP goes up to the high ground, pre-fire brings him down. Look, Dark tries to figure out, not going to get out there. The Carapace holds down Dash. Dash is dead as well. They don't have buybacks. They're taking the tier 3 tower. Fnatic, they gonna take the racks as well.
They're all full health. The guarding Greaves Beast gets popped, and now they're gonna continue. They look like ice is already preparing for top. He starts beating on the tower.
That's Fnatic getting very far ahead. The jump forward here from the Doom, getting stunned up. Lemon will get the BKB out, try to hit back onto Arbed. Able to slow down the DK. They're chasing the Finger Dep, and another force stuff getting Arbed away. Arbed, is he going to tick down? His BKB pop, he's going to live. Ice turns around, gets the kill off onto the Doom. And old Chicken and Kaka, they can do nothing but sit at the sidelines and watch as Keen Gaming are just getting steamrolled now by Fnatic.
They're never getting in the backlines. They're not doing these simultaneous initiations they need. They have to get the back. They have to get the Wyvern, but they keep getting in the front.
Oh, it's a nice three-man stun, but Arbed's able to easily counter as he blinks on top of the line. Dragon Tail stun, Kaka's gone. Fnatic, they're taking a second set of racks here, 28 minutes in. You said it with their draft. They wanted to play fast, group up at this timing, and Fnatic, they've done exactly what's required with their heroes. Arbed jumps in. Dash has got to be careful. He blinks back immediately to the fountain, but Keen Gaming, they just cannot push Fnatic away at this point of the game.
No, I mean, they've already lost two full sets of racks here, and they didn't kill a single hero. They now have all their ultis available except for the Finger, but what can they do?
Carapace, it catches out the park. Dash, they're getting on top of him. He's got a phase shift. Old Chicken trying to commit with the BKB. The Dream Core down onto DJ and Ice. They do have the Will-O-Wisp dragging them back. Have Keen Gaming got the damage to get the kills? 11 jumps forward, but the Winter's Curse again, holding back the Doom. The Trolls beating into the Doom. Stuns from DJ to hold the two of them down. Omni Slash comes out, bouncing around. Dark's dead. Ronovatos on the Dash. He'll get the orb out. They will be able to take the Aegis out of the hands of the Juggernaut, but Old Chicken, he's not got the ult anymore to rely on. Another stun comes out. Old Chicken is dead. Keen Gaming, they've struggled so far to get any kills, and that's GG. I mean, it's totally over.
It is totally over.
Fnatic just playing that perfectly at the end of the game. And Keen Gaming, they had a solid start.
They did.
But they just fell apart, and it got to this point. I lost count of the times that Keen Gaming were jumping in with their blinks and not using their BKBs in time.
Yep, not using their BKBs, and jabs seem to be there every
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
From Keen and Fnatic here in game number 2 of the UpperBracket semifinals of the Corsair DreamLeague Season 11. The Stockholm Major, indeed. We are in the draft. We got Keen Gaming on the Radeon side, Fnatic on the Dire side. And we finally have an Oracle not first 3 banned. First 6 banned, even.
It's very hard to justify not banning this hero when he has such a high win rate. And when he makes so many cores work right now, your Death Prophets, your Terrorblades, he also just completely demolishes some offlaners such as Batrider and Darkseer that are played a lot. So Oracle, a top pick, and I'm surprised he wasn't banned, actually.
Yeah, and here we are with the sustain. I mean, with Oracle, not only do you cancel out all those great things, but you also keep your boys alive. It just looks really good, especially in conjunction with another healer. And Tiny going to be instantly picked up with a Coddle again.
They did this opener so many times leading up to this match. Tiny Coddle. Kaka's Tiny, incredible. One of the things I like about Tiny against Oracle is the insta-burst factor. Like, you can't really false promise, like, well, you can go in the Oracle for one thing, instantly kill him, or even some of these squishier teammates, you're not going to be able to false promise before the Tiny combo comes out.
You basically have to be, if Tiny gets a good laning stage, if he gets a good early game and that Blink Dagger fast enough, Oracle, basically when I play Oracle as a 5 versus a Tiny, I'm always hiding in the trees. I'm always trying to be in the fog, which isn't really easy as you want to be close to the target that you need to save as well. And Tiny just makes your life living hell as an Oracle. He just bursts you down instantly. So.
And one of the best things that we've seen Keen use this Tiny for is just positioning. Just being able to toss guys out of these fights that don't want to be tossed out, toss other guys in. I mean, this Tiny is really caca points like nobody else right now.
Kotl picked up again by Keen Gaming. What game is this? 6th, 7th? For Dark played?
Oh, that poor, let him out of the cage, please.
Honestly,
I mean, he's probably asking for it at this point, you know? It's your new young team playing a major. He just wants to win his comfort zone. I don't imagine it's just the team saying we're going to pick Coddle. It's probably Dark like, it's my best hero.
Please, Papa, another Coddle, I beg you.
It's only one. I mean, honestly, he's probably hoping to just get to keep playing the same hero over and over again. You get
after playing 6 games of Kotl, can you play anything else afterwards? You need some pubs, man. You need to go back to other heroes a little bit. You'll be cosplaying Kotl in other heroes.
I know.
Honestly.
Well, as we leave the mental state of that poor tortured youth behind, let's talk about what happens if Tiny doesn't do his job, though. We do have the Juggernaut Healing Ward again, in conjunction with that Oracle, meaning that we have got a lot of sustain. More burst on the side of Keen, more pressure could, alleviate that, but as it stands, looking like pretty tanky stuff coming out from Fnatic.
Fnatic again banning out that Ursa, which leaves that Timbersaw pick open for them. They can take that, and I believe that's why Keen Gaming, they're taking their time a little bit here. They're thinking, should we ban that out? It's ice after all, and he just destroyed us with that Timber. The Batrider ban is also good, as you do not have the Oracle on your side. You don't have that possibility to pick an Oracle, so banning out the Bat makes sense.
Still got that big player in Pangolier, though. I mean, do you ban out the Timbersaw and let them get the Pango? I mean, that's even worse in a way.
Yeah, Pango right now is just such a strong hero, and they ban out the Brew instead. They ban out a teamfight-oriented hero. Also a hero that brings some dispel, so maybe they're thinking something that struggles versus it.
I mean, a big part of these team fights is being able to have all the heroes do what they want to do quick, and his Brewmaster's ability to just take a man out with the Tornado, control all these different heroes, and cause a lot of problems is just not something Keen wants to deal with.
Brew, I believe he has a pretty high win rate as well in this tournament, and as you said, just such a huge potential in that hero on the laning stage and after it. And just the team fight potential is way too big too.
Yeah.
Well, there's the Pango finally, ignored in the previous part of the draft.
Yeah, definitely.
Comes out third.
I think that's a denied pick as well. I mean, goes okay with their draft. Of course, they want that aggression, they want that mobility, but then you don't want Fnatic to get it either.
They get that Pango. Hero is good, but I love seeing Pango on mid. I don't like him nearly as much on position 4 and offlane, even though some teams do find success with Pango on 4 and 3. I think the best lane for him is still mid, as he doesn't really struggle versus anything. You can lane versus pretty much any hero on that mid lane, and one hero that does punish you in the lane and after lane is Puck. And Fnatic, they do play Puck a lot, so I'm thinking maybe this is just, let's go Puck right now. Why not?
Normally, Fnatic does like to pick Abba's hero last, so perhaps they would just want to wait and see what else is coming.
They don't have last pick this game, so that sometimes changes a bit. They know their mid is going to get counterpicked regardless, or not necessarily counterpicked, but Keen Gaming is going to save their last pick majority of the time for their mid lane, so you don't get a chance to see your matchup. So if Puck's the hero, you may just want to grab it.
But if we're thinking this way, certainly Keen Gaming must have thought about it. If they picked Pangolier, they knew that the Puck is coming out, so maybe they have a plan. Maybe they have a hero that's going to crush Puck on mid right now. However, what's good for Fnatic right now is that you said, Shivs, this Puck, like usually if Abed plays it, it's last picked, right? They love to last pick Abed's hero, but it doesn't have to be Abed. You can play him on 4, you can play him offlane as well. So. The only thing that you need from this Puck is basically Dreamcoil to stop Pango every single time from his little thunder roll.
But we have seen that beaten before, though. A lot of people have picked that Puck hoping to use that Dreamcoil on a guy like Pango, and then what do? You just get a lot more mobile heroes. I think last time we saw Lycan was a good way to make sure that Puck really didn't ever know what target that he wanted to use it on and caused a lot of confusion.
That was VP versus EG, I believe,
That's
right?
Correct.
Yeah, they did manage to crush that Puck and VP, but at the same time, as you said, that Dreamcoil wasn't used on Pango. So.
By the way, the Pango which has got through this game, the other hero that got through is DJ's Enigma. Unbanned, untouched, and Keen don't have any good answers to a BKB Black Hole right now.
Beaver?
I mean, Old Chicken loves this hero. It's his bread and butter. It's, I'd say, his best hero.
Seen a lot of comfort picks coming out for Keen.
And there it is again. I am starting to get worried. With the previous game in mind, where we said that long team fights is really the name of the game with sustain, Fnatic surely has the upper hand at this point. Sir, action pants? You're laughing at... No,
don't give that man attention. Back before I was Sir Action Slacks, I was on the Steam user forums as Sir Action Pants writing fan fiction for TF2. Don't look it up. I can put that sign down. Don't tell people about those days.
Nobody knows.
Dark days indeed. So, Timbersaw, usually a really good pick, but this is a much different game than last time, isn't it? I mean, these guys are a lot more bouncy, a lot more mobile.
All right, Weaver, he can bring the damage and minus armor over the Timbersaw, but at the same time, you don't really have a lot of catch.
If anything, it looks like a slightly better Timber game, at least as far as not having a huge amount of kill potential.
You don't have that Lion against you this time around, and the Doom against you, so it isn't really a bad Timber game. I just hope that Keen find a way to actually shut that Timber down in the laning stage. You can't let him free farm. If he free farms again, he's just going to roll out of control once more. That Ursa ban also made a lot of sense, just from Fnatic. They're just preparing this Timber pick. They really like it seems.
Are you guys worried about that catch still? I mean, really, they have Oracle's Q, which ain't great, and then Puck's Dreamcoil.
Not for Fnatic. Yeah, Fnatic, their catch is solid. For Keen Gaming, you have the Pango and Tiny, Keeper of the Light with his ultimate, but it's not really that great, not versus a Timber.
You're very reliant on Tiny as far as finding picks, because, you know, team fight wise, that's when you want to use that cuddle ult, but...
Right. Nerd Spirit.
Nerd Spirit.
Yeah, we've
good answers, Weaver.
Yep, we saw that attempted before in the bug game earlier today, but much different scenario here. I mean, pretty much every target that you hit with that Nerd Spirit is really good, and it doesn't have to worry about 4 heroes running at him at once.
Yeah, this time around,
That's okay.
This time around, it's not only the Earth Spirit that's supposed to be catching this Weaver. You can be the second follow-up or even the third. You have the puck, so it's completely fine to pick that Earth Spirit as some additional catch, and also he can be that bulky frontliner early on in the game.
There's still something like an OD if they really want to try and address this Timbersaw. And they will go OD.
Nice call.
Nice call.
I mean, you're playing versus Timber. It's save against Jug. It's like
I like the call for OD, but at the same time, puck. If Abed plays this right, he's gonna crush that OD in the lane.
Yeah, tough lane.
It's a tough lane for OD, and he needs to roll out of control. He needs.
You're not looking to win the lane, though. That's the thing. You're just looking to get enough that you can come online in the mid game and deal with the Timber, as well as offer a save against that Juggernaut Omni Slash.
Yeah.
So is that OD pick enough to sway you into the direction of Keen Gaming?
I think Fnatic just looked like the better team in Game 1. They showed up, they were running on the stage, they looked hype, ready to play. Keen Gaming, they just looked a little bit disconnected. So I'm going to side with Fnatic in Game 2.
How about you, Lizard, sticking with Fnatic?
Yeah, I'm sticking with Fnatic again. I think that OD, in order for him to do well versus the Timber, he first and foremost has to have a good lane, which I don't see happening versus Abed's puck. I'm going to go with Fnatic.
Oh, Keen has so many comfort picks. Tiny. How can they go against it? But I mean, we're seeing the same thing we saw last time. Sustain, Oracle, saves, and I can't go against a Timbersaw on ice again, so I got to go for Fnatic too.
I cannot go against an Oracle. A Jabs Oracle? Come on.
Come on, guys.
It's good. Caster's curse.
Thus far, yes. We have cursed it quite a few times. But let's find out what's going to happen. Of course, make sure you vote for your MVP, and let's head over to OD Pixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, GVS. Fnatic versus Keen Gaming. Game 2 just about ready to start. We'll see if it works out once again for Fnatic. They're going for some similar picks here. We've got this Jug, this Timbersaw, and of course the Oracle this time around to be the one to provide those saves and sustain that they're going to need to play fast like they did in Game 1. Have Keen Gaming got a better answer this time around?
At least they've got the Pango. I think that's one of the biggest things. And they've got Kaka, in my opinion, on a more comfortable hero. I think Lion can be a pretty hard hero to execute. Even though he did pretty well in that last game, he got like good timing blink, got a couple finger kills. This hero just kind of plays itself just easier, just the nature of the hero. So looking at this, we see the last pick OD, which OD versus Timber, like they're talking about, great. However, he's versus the Puck, which in lane, Puck is excellent, but then also, you have built-in silence on Puck, you have built-in silence on Earth Spirit. One of the things OD detests playing against is those silences, because you just can't really do anything. You can't save yourself, can't cast your Arcane Orb a lot of times, and he's versus a Disarm as well that can come out from that Oracle if he's close in range. So it can be a bit tough, but they do have quite a bit of team fight in their unit on Keen Gaming. Once they do get their 6s, that Coddle as well as that Pango can really disrupt pretty much everything. It's going to be a lot up to see who gets the initiations and how these lanes play out, of course.
I mean, and for the OD, for that reason as well, do you imagine we're going to see something like 4-star BKB being sort of the first two? Does he have to get the BKB early this game? Can he be greedy? We've seen still OD sometimes trying to go for the Midas build-up. What sort of pace do you play as the OD this game?
I'm personally always a big fan of Force Staff. Just like double null, Force Staff. You need mobility on this hero. That hero just suffers so much when you can't like Astral and save yourself, or if you Astral a teammate if you have to, which you probably will versus some Omni Slash something, you have to be able to save yourself somehow in some other manner. So yeah, always like the Force Staff.
I'm always ready to see what DJ can do on his Earth Spirit, one of the magic makers on this hero, and there's going to be a lot of eyes on him, as you say already. There are these heroes that are very vulnerable to DJ getting a good jump on.
Yeah, and he could go for, I mean, if he wants to gank a Weaver early, he could be going for that, like, 0-1-1 build. You get the silence instead of that slow to try to set up. And he's playing it as a laner. If you looked at the Earth Spirit's items there, he has the Stout Shield, double regen, double tango. So it's not your, like, Orb of Venom. He's not trying to move around too much. He really just wants to play face up, set up Timbersaw for a good lane, then he can make moves. Just like that last game when he played the Nyx, Get your level 3 on your Timber, and you can kind of leave him to play zone.
We're going to see Kaka TP down bottom, so he's going to be able to allow Keen Gaming to force these dual lanes once more. Dark's backing up old 11 up top. And yeah, Kaka will be there to provide the safety required for this Weaver to have a good time. Pro Chicken to make sure that he gets a good start in this game.
MP should be able to farm like just fine up here. They can even threaten kills constantly with the Oracle Jug combo. So Keen, they do have to be pretty careful here as Jabs setting up the Fortune's End, but it's a bit too far away. Cottonelle is speedy, still with that 332 movement speed.
Old 11 able to trade back a little bit of damage there with the swashbuckle. Keep Jabs back, and Dark will be there between the two of them to make sure the Jabs can't go for an easy walk back to the lane.
So an already puck-favored matchup versus the OD. We see Abed, he actually gets the lane ward. So he eats the lane ward because they placed an early ward with DJ. As we saw him rolling back toward that bottom lane, he wanted to place an early ward. So he has high ground vision of this OD. So he'll constantly be able to get that harassment and be able to watch out if the OD does step up to try to get those Astros from the high ground. So already going to be more of an advantage here for Abed, but Dash is doing okay. 7-0 for now.
Of course, not only the Weaver that has to worry out for DJ. I mean, this is definitely a game right where DJ can look towards the mid lane and find the top lane. There's that combo you're talking about. It's going to set up for first blood. They're in with the control, with the Fortune's End, and with the Blade Fury forward. That'll be first blood for MP. He got it first game. He's going to get it in game 2 as well. Yeah,
even if you have 332 movement speed, which is 27 over that Jug, but he's able to close that gap. And Oracle, trading hits with Oracle is pretty painful. Hero has a great base attack animation.
You've got to be careful. I mean, we saw MP, he got those first 2 kills in game 1 and he had a fantastic game. The itemization was perfect.
Oh, look at mid. DJ has a haste rune. He looked like he wanted to snipe Courier, but TP's coming.
He's got to help out Dark. Well, sorry, help out Jabs kill Dark, because Dark has been forced to, well, I say forced, he was sort of baited in there. He was playing around with Jabs, and there was more than enough time for DJ to react. Bottom lane, they'll try for the toss back onto iSkyCloud under the tower, but there's creeps available, so the tower will not start hitting him.
And DJ would have definitely had that Courier if he stayed there too. Ends up being like a little bit of a trade. Jabs probably makes the call. It's like, yo, come top, and DJ looks, and he's like, all right, you know what? It's a risk. Either I may not get the Courier, that's a free kill.
Skaka trying to do his best down bottom to keep iSkyCloud out, but iSkyCloud will trade back damage with the Whirling Death anytime that he comes close. And that mid lane matchup continues to be led by Abed on the puck, having that CS advantage.
iSkyCloud's having a little bit more trouble this time down bottom, but as soon as that level 3 kicks in, we'll see that start to change. However, Weaver, you can, once you get your swarm up, you can actually put some pressure. If you have the combo as well from that Tiny. But if iSkyCloud is full, he shouldn't be able to. If he's like full and he's not all the way like at the tower, he should be able to be just fine.
We'll see the pulls being made here by Kaka to try and make sure this lane's in a position where iSkyCloud is going to have to farm sort of in an area that is close to the tower and could leave him vulnerable to tossbacks.
Same thing top. They're actually pulling both sides. Keen, that is, as the Coddle will be able to secure the last hit with a blast. DJ, so he wants to try to pressure something here mid, but I mean, Abed's not really level 6 just yet.
Let's see how far Dash does set forward. He is going to head up top, just checking to see if the 4-minute rune is going to be there, but it's down bottom. I'm going to see now DJ go for the roll forward. Does land the stun. He's able to get the kick back into the silence. Astral will be popped down to hold back the Earth Spirit, and that'll be enough to keep DJ safe. Dash safe. Kaka TP's in, and now the turnaround is DJ's going to get tossed underneath the tower here by Kaka. With the damage from Dash, it's not enough though. DJ's able to walk off. Dash doesn't want to commit for the chase down for the kill. He knows that Abed's still there at the side, and he was very low on the OD. So neither side getting the kill here.
Both mid laners having pretty much exact same items. They're going double null with a raindrop to block some of the magic damage. And they're just, make sure you can guarantee those runes in these type of matchups. I mean, I feel like power runes are becoming like more and more important.
So DJ is able to get the setup onto Dark, rolls forward, has the stun, Root's going to hold him down, Blade Fury's going to be there to finish off the kill. In fact, DJ takes the final touch. He wants a bit of the money from that one.
He wants some boots on that Earth Spirit here. So runes will come out. Should be a 2 for 2 here, it looks like.
And we'll see the, on the bottom lane, this Weaver having a very good time. 29-13. It's a strong, solid opening for Old Chicken. But again, I mean, we saw in game 1, solid starts for sort of the 2 core farmers on the side lanes for Keen Gaming, but it didn't amount to too much as the game kicked off.
Yep. Their OD's being slowed down quite a bit. But yeah, that Weaver and Pango farming just fine. 11 already has a Javelin picked up, so early on with Javelin can put a decent amount of pressure onto supports, but now I will... MP?
Ooh, just go a little far, but it doesn't matter. They've got the Purifying Flames. I mean, this Pango, Old 11's got to be careful. He keeps using the Swashbuckle to sort of just throw some damage in, but it's not the shortest of cooldowns early on, so he will get caught out if he's not getting buffed up by the Chakra Magic.
Yeah. So level 1 Chakra too. He's gone for the 1 point in Blinding Light to try to protect as well, but won't be able to. As we see mid, Abed is 6, so he might call for a rotation once his supports do have mana. Right now the Oracle is low. DJ can look to TP and follow up if we see Dash step up too far. But yeah, Dash is 19-6 to the 31-14 of Abed. like panel said, like Lizard was talking about, you know, the gods, they said, you know, this is going to be a hard matchup, and Abed got the D ward and he had his own ward for himself.
Yeah, he's absolutely crushing it. I think we have seen this matchup, as you say, go the way of the puck, but this is on a bit of another level. This is Abed playing it perfectly.
Yeah. He's even got his, I believe, his bottle coming out in the curve. Oh no, he's actually gone for the crown instead. Cool.
That's Kako. He has got an Invis rune. See if they're able to outplay Abed. Almost, you know, still see Abed be careful. He has got that Sentry, and that I think did clip him as came in, so that's the last seconds as well of it. So Abed's going to be fine. They won't be able to make the move on mid.
It's too hard to kill him anyway, with a raindrop too. Like 1,000 HP puck with a raindrop. Good luck killing that when you don't have a level 6 on your OD. You're going to need 3 heroes. iSkyCloud is at level 5 bottom. He's going for the double crown, probably going for that Atos again on the Timber since he's versus a Weaver, provides some extra lockdown.
I'm going to try and kill him off. They do have the Avalanche and Toss. A lot of magical damage. Is it enough, though? Stick Charge is going to be popped. iSkyCloud is going to try his best to get the bug off him. Old Chick is looking to dive underneath the tower. iSkyCloud will be able to walk it off. Not enough damage quite there from Keen Gaming to kill this Timbersaw.
I like this Javelin purchase, too, though. I was like, oh, wow, he is actually hitting that Timber pretty hard. That, you know, being able to pierce that armor easily with that magical damage. 100 bonus. Both from the, I mean, both of them, right? The Pango as well as that Weaver, they can actually have the damage to be able to bring down that Timber. They don't.
Yeah, if they get the procs.
They're not going to maybe desperately need the OD to beat that one to kill him with those Javelins.
Up top, Old 11 has to be a lot more careful now that the 6 is online. Anytime he swashbuckles forward, there will be reaction. And Fnatic, they're even bringing 3 heroes up top to try and make some sort of a play. DJ and MP. See where they head towards. I'll be able to find a little bit of a stack here. Take that away from Keen Gaming.
They have absolutely watched replays, because Dark, if you've watched his Coddle, he stacks a lot when he's playing this, and he's always making sure to jungle to catch up and keep his farm going. So yeah, immediately they invade. They know where the Coddle is. Great heads up play.
I see MP, even seeing if he can catch out Dark, maybe for a free kill with the Omni Slash. He's going to find him, and he goes with the bounces. The bounces, they're not actually going to be shared. Old 11, he doesn't go anywhere near him. That's going to be in the Dark stead. Now they don't even get the control onto Old 11. Old 11, he's got Swashbuckle back in a second, but it's not going to be soon enough. They just kill both of them. Fnatic getting all this action and glory for MP. He's having another fantastic start on the Juggernaut.
6-0.
It sort of seems like King Gaming are kind of handing it to him on the top lane. Towards the mid, Kako will try and hold down Abed, but Abed's still able to jump over to the orb. He'll be more than fine, balls up.
He's toying with them. He has an Arcane Rune. He's just ping-ponging.
And look at the side. DJ and Jabs are coming in. They will have a TP. Jump forward from Abed. He's going to get the silence to tree goal onto the 2 of them. Here's the backup. DJ will roll forward. Has to kick Kako away. Kako's able to block it off. Now King Gaming, they're bringing everyone into the mid lane to get some kills. Jabs will walk in, trying to make space for DJ and Abed to get away. The toss forward, but Abed, face shift. He's able to burst and jump away. He's going to keep himself far enough away from this Pangolier, so Abed will survive. Jabs there doing exactly what he needed to do. Just walking down mid. It was the right play. Everyone else got out safe.
This Arcane Rune just, I mean, came in so clutch for Abed. He may have actually died if he didn't have it, just being able to constantly have that orb, even the face shift up. So they force 4 heroes mid, which I think Keen, that's the right play, but they wanted to get a bigger kill out of it. They committed the OD, they needed to get that puck. They end up losing their safe lane tower now, and ice, level 7, you look at that net worth, he's top 4.
So he's having, you know, as good, if not even better of an opening than he did in game 1 on his Timbersaw.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking like great preparation from Fnatic, and right now they're executing it very nicely, just setting up MP for a perfect game again. 4,400 net worth. This time he's going for drums early on. All about that early aggression. No Midas is here on the side of Fnatic.
I mean, I guess at the least as well for King Gaming, the fact that they have a Weaver this time instead of a Troll does mean that they will be a little more ready to fight earlier on. You're going to see this Weaver get involved, unlike in last game where he gets this Battle Fury on the Troll and he's just hitting the jungle creeps. Old Chick is not going to do that this time around. He's going to be there to answer some of the plays that Fnatic have. So Fnatic do have to be a little careful how aggressive they do get, because King Gaming are going to be ready to fight at an earlier time this time around.
Yeah, it should be them like trying to fight, especially because we saw last game, you know, they all just started hitting jungle creeps at some point, and that was disastrous. So they've itemized efficiently to be able to try to take the fights versus Fnatic, but Fnatic has been making the better heads-up moves. As mid?
Yeah, Dark, he does get the D-ward. And is he going to be fine? Dream Core's going to end in a second, and he has got dash by his side. So Abed will have used the Dream Core there. Doesn't end up in the kill, so Dark, he's going to be more than fine with that one. Getting the ult out of the puck. MP back to aggressively jungling in this area, taking away that sort of control of a part of the map. But King Gaming do want to stack up and utilize for themselves.
They did see him walk in there. So they are aware that the jug was there, but now they see him down bottom as the move is trying to be made onto 11. He actually does not have mana. His mango's in his backpack.
They're going to run him down with the Blade Fury here as well, as he's not even going to try and swap the mango in, as that's another kill. I mean, MP 402 on his juggle at the same time. Top lane, they'll burst down Kaka. Fnatic, 8-1, 11 minutes in with his 2K lead. Just continuing to look to play on a bit of a different level to what King Gaming's brought to the main stage so far.
Yeah. Keen's going to need Old Chicken to make a crazy amount of space for them to try to catch up, because usually you want to see, you're like, oh, the Pango, he's the one who wants to be making the space, but he's versus a Puck. The game gets so much more difficult, because every time you're going to show up, Abed's going to come there with a coil, and it just ruins your game. So Old Chicken, he's got a timing here. He's got a Maelstrom. We'll see if he can actually make anything happen with it with Kaka. I think Kaka and him can make rotations to try to set up for kills in particular. But they have to get themselves somehow on the map, because right now I see Juggernaut pushing extremely far down bottom at no fear whatsoever. We see Timbersaw farming up top with no fear. Fnatic with a firm grasp.
We'll see if they can get that catch up top. King Gaming, they've got 4 heroes now, in fact, also bringing Dark's Coddle up here as well. Only iSkyCloud and Jabs here at the top, but let's see if they can find the kills. TP's going to come in, they'll look to move it on to Jabs first. With Rolling Thunder, they'll burst down the Oracle. Will-O-Wisp is going to be placed down, holding iSkyCloud in place for now. Abed's TP'd in, he's got the first phase ship, but has to be careful fighting underneath this Will-O-Wisp. iSkyCloud still alive, now they'll turn Dreamcore Silence onto the two of them. Fnatic's in as well, bringing MP with the Omni Slash. He's getting himself more and more action, running down Kaka here with the Blade Fury. He's going to get a double kill on the Jug. They'll lose as well. Dark, 4 dead once again on King Gaming. It just seems like Fnatic, as you say, they know exactly what to do against this team.
Yep.
King Gaming just can't catch a break this series.
They got Jabs, but yeah, that was the Oracle for 4 heroes, and Abed, he was actually patient. He was like, he could have coiled to interrupt a little bit of that Rolling Thunder, but no. He waited for the perfect opportunity to get the coil, get the silence as MP was TPing in, so that the Weaver can't get the time lapse off and gets burst down by that Omni Slash.
I mean, he's just making it look easy this game on the Juggernaut. He's flawless rotation, 6-0-3 at 13 minutes in. He's making sure that he doesn't miss any of the action, and it's not slowing him down at all. He's top net worth, nearly by 2K lead compared to any of the other cores in the game.
And it's a first 2-pick Jug, right? And you look at their lineup, they have no piercing disable that goes through that, through that spin TP, even if he does get to that later stage. If he's able to split push constantly, he's safe. Unless they get a Basher and Pango and he's, swashbuckles.
Look at these fast plays as well. Fnatic with the smoker.
No hesitation.
Hunting, they're going to look towards Dash. Dash is going to be able to dodge the stun, but they'll have a Dream Core laid down. Is there going to be any backup coming in? There's 1 TP coming through. So King Gaming may have a chance of turning this one around. Kaka is going to look to follow this Astral setup that was put in place by Dash, but the phase shift and the Orb's going to allow Abed to jump away. So even with those TPs, they can't get a kill onto Fnatic. They do at least stop Dash from going down to that gank.
It is a coil expended though, so that's a little bit of waste of time, but is it? They're getting the bottom push immediately, and I actually saw Jabs was trying to do a little bit of a heads-up play. He used the Fortune Ends on the Puck as he's orbing forward to try to get that slow, because he wasn't in range to actually get on top of the OD, but wasn't able to, and I mean, bottom. How are they going to defend this one?
I mean, here we go. There's that play again. Fortune's going to be out onto DJ. Does miss, though, this time. Again, this stun from the Earth Spirit not connecting, so DJ could be in trouble. Turnaround play is going to be looked to be there. Will-O-Wisp down onto the two of them. They've got the toss as well on the Oracle. Getting Jabs right underneath the ult. The controls there as well that's required to set up for a second. Dash is going to have the kill set up with the Astral. 2 kills picked up by the OD as Fnatic getting a little aggressive with their 2 supports, as they will lose a couple underneath that tier 2 tower.
They used all 3 of their big ults on the side of Keen, though. They use the OD ult, they use the Coddle ult, they use the Rolling Thunder as well. So I think as soon as Fnatic's back up, they can look to just make a play. They know that they're not really at risk of anything. I'm surprised the OD ulted there, too.
And look at their foul. Jump in onto the Weaver. Abed positioned on the high ground, more than ready to prepare for that play. That setup for MP's Omni Slash to come in and get another kill.
Kaka has to run away here. iSkyCloud on the chase.
Let's see if he can play around this Avalanche. We'll slow him down a little bit. On 11, he's looking for those procs. He's not going to find them, as iSkyCloud will be able to move in with the Chakram down to kick forward on the boulder. That's Kaka. That is his 14 for 4. It's getting a little bloody here for King Gaming. They have to slow down the tempo that they're losing heroes. They just keep getting outmaneuvered across the map by Fnatic.
But look at them. I mean, look at the map. They've got such deep vision on the side of Fnatic. When you look at the side of Keen, they've got just these defensive wards, and I actually think one of the wards was spotted. I'm pretty sure Jabs actually pinged on top of that ward that they have here on the cliff, and then he actually missed the sentry. He pinged literally right on top of it, though. And now he's pinging it again.
And we go mid lane. Oh, 11 now he's trying with his swashbuckles, but not actually getting the connection there, so no chance of a lucky shot proc.
This time Jabs gets the ward, so now we see Keen Gaming, they have only that one ward in the bottom side to play with vision. So the information extremely limited. They are looking to try to make a play on what they do see. They see iSkyCloud playing extremely aggressive.
They know he's very deep, and they know with that ward down, there's no one really by his side. As iSkyCloud, surely he can't get away with being this deep here. The Astral's going to be down. It's going to be that he doesn't actually get hit by the initial bounce of the Rolling Thunder. Will still get followed through on upon by Keen Gaming, and they'll get the kill, but the tower does go down.
Yeah.
So they will at least get a big kill. Kaka is the one to get the glory there on that kill onto iSkyCloud.
But Abed's still pushing in the mid lane, top lane also, they're still pushing and farming. I mean, oh gee, MP is just so farmed every time I click on him.
Jug. I mean, he's 7-0-3. He has had a perfect opening to this game, MP.
I mean, perfect opening, and like I was talking about, there's no like spin canceling TP, so he should have a pretty free reign throughout the majority of this game. We do see the OD, we see Dash has caught up, and he initially had the 4-step Q, but no, he's gone for more greed. He's just gone for the Kaya. He wants to be able to do as much damage as possible versus that Timbersaw in particular.
Yeah, I'm guessing sort of that maybe explains why, you know, you look at the Pango, old 11, he's got a 4-star. Because this is not a Pango build that you're used to seeing, but maybe this is the mid saying, hey, I don't want to build a force, you build a force for me, bro. You're going to be the one that saves me.
Interesting. They get the silence though onto MP. They get another lucky shot proc with the Willow is down.
He's got an Omnislash and Brave Fury available. It's not going to save him though. They get the right clicks out. They're getting the Jug. It's a big streak to end. Dark's the one to take it. So none of the cores, unfortunately, are going to be the ones to find it. Now Fnatic, they'll still try and fight back. Roll forward from DJ, gets the Magnetize out on the 3 of them, but another swashbuckle in the Rolling Thunder. There's going to be another kill for Keen Gaming. Keen Gaming, they will surround iSkyCloud, but the Dream Claw's down. They're stepping forward though. They have the OD here. Keen Gaming can continue to try and fight. They have the silence onto the OD, disarm as well, meaning that he cannot rack up that in for the time being. Abed's able to try and break away with the orb. The swashbuckle's going to miss the puck, but they do get another kill on Jabs. Keen Gaming having the first team fight for themselves this game that doesn't end up going too badly at all.
Oh, lucky shot, one ability. Just got, he literally just chain silenced the Jug, so he couldn't get spin during the Will-O-Wisp, and then Fnatic kind of trickled in, you know, 1 by 1, or 2 in the beginning, and then they brought in another one afterwards. They didn't actually have their full force, and Keen, they brought everybody. They were ready to take that fight, and much needed for them there. They also held on to the OD ult, so now it's level 2. He has Kaya and even has his Blink Dagger pretty much finished up. Now he's got his own mobility to protect himself.
Much like cordwood before
I know, we're chicken about halfway on the BKB.
Very good recovery coming out for them there.
Yeah, they needed that top play desperately.
We cursed MP, right? I was just like, man, look at his items, look how good he's doing. Dead. Has the Maelstrom finished up now though, but might have to just go for that Manta, honestly, just because of lucky shot. I mean, this ability is such a problem. You need to have something to be able to just to dispel yourself. Yeah, and he queues up. Yeah, he's got Manta queued up after that Maelstrom coming out on Courier. We see Fnatic, they don't have any vision on the map here, so I'm assuming this is just a smoke to get some wards out so they can have something to play around. Maybe even be able to get themselves a kill, but more than likely just for vision for now.
Yeah, Dash smartly keeping himself close to the base, so
yeah,
won't be going out far on the OD.
He's sensing something is definitely up. No one's showing on the map except for this Timber in the mid lane.
Dire's top tower is under
no one's defending top. These creeps are just hitting on the tower, so yeah, he's a bit spooked here. As they're going to bring in old 11 to at least try to slow down this push with some swashbuckles. Has to be careful.
Lose the top tier 1. Nice space there for old Chicken to take it.
Yep.
See if they're able to do anything about the tier 2 push mid already. MP.
Bounties. They're like, uh-oh.
As MP easily able to stand there with Blade Fury, take the one for the top, and down bottom. And we'll see how they get the couple of them as well. So Fnatic Rune advantage still contained. Only a 1k lead now, though, for Fnatic. Keen Gaming able to slow down the game long enough to start closing that gap. Get their cores as a whole back in a better and fight-ready position.
I mean, this Weaver he's knocking on tier 2. They gotta respond to Old Chicken here.
Yeah, they will do so, but Old Chicken already backing away. Look at the D ward Fnatic. They know that he had information that they were coming in with the speed that he backed off from that push attempt.
Fnatic still hasn't. They still haven't been able to place any vision, actually. Right now, it's just like them de-warding, but even with the one ward they did have when they were going down bottom, they actually didn't place it. Jabs is holding on to it for the time being.
Kaka in the mid, very close to having the Blink Dagger on Tiny. So we'll want to be careful here on these last few CS. A bit of an attempt here from Odd11, who's playing around with the idea of the Rolling Thunder, but with that tier 1 tower still up in the mid, there's no chance of Keen Gaming going too offensive on that. Top lane MP will have to answer for Old Chicken, as Old Chicken's here to make sure this isn't too much of an easy tier 1 tower siege for Fnatic. He'll hold on to it for a little bit longer. BKB only half a recipe away for this Weaver. Fnatic mech complete on iSkyCloud, so again, building towards that point where what we saw last game being closed up at the 30-minute mark. Fnatic again with these items going to look to do sort of a similar players. Top, Odd11 has been silenced. They've got the stun to lock him down and more than enough damage. So Odd11 is caught out. Tier 1 tower will fall as a result of this. Yeah, they can go for more Fnatic.
Yeah, this is their crucial timing here. With that mech, they know that on the other side, on Keen, they don't have it in Atos, Old Chicken.
The Will-O-Wisp will be thrown out in response. In fact, the jump forward and up is causing trouble. They have the false promise. He is going to get held down in the Will-O-Wisp again, but with the false promise, there's no way that Keen Gaming can continue to go on him. Healing ward's going to mean he's going to be straight back up to full health after the ending of the ultimate.
You can see that they feel that power spike though, right? They pressure the tower and at no fear they're diving through. Sure, it's because Pango's dead right now, but they've got that mech and they've got that extra heal burst advantage over. And even like the mech, in most lineups, it's like, okay, we have the one team fight because we have mech, but you also have Oracle, so it's like, it's kind of even double the effect of it, of course, if you do get false promise with the combo. It's mid.
They're going to go with the Astral, but do they want to commit anything more? There's a lot of backup here from Fnatic. They'll try with the swashbuckle onto iSkyCloud, but not getting any lucky shot procs. They've got to be careful with the Pango. Still though, Dash leading in, trying to get the hits in onto the Timbersaw, but jump forward with the Omni Slash will be cancelled by the defensive Astral, as Dash will be fine for now. Odd11 a little low on the HP, but pops the stick charges, pumps in with the Rolling Thunder. They've killed off the Oracle. They've got the bounces as well, controlling iSkyCloud. Kaka's in as well. They'll have the damage to do this as Keen Gaming. They'll get a second.
They're almost going to get DJ as well. No, Gold Chicken won't be able to get it. They're able to fight back. They get this perfect jump and out of position a bit here with Fnatic trying to go for this kill when they don't actually have their coil yet. Blinks forward on Abed, but doesn't have the backup fully. DJ used the Magnetize, but it was a bit of an awkward place for them to fight, as I believe that was Kaka's Blink Dagger reveal as well on the Tiny.
Kaka things out another wave. Abed quickly out with that Blink Dagger. We'll see the Manta Star now finish from MP, so he'll feel a little safer to sort of go in head first, know that he's going to be very likely to get a guaranteed Omni Slash off, even if he does get silenced as such by the lucky shot.
Just has to watch out for those Astrals. They have to get some type of control when he does use it. They need either the Puck or the Earth Spirit to make the play at the same time as the Omni does come out.
It's MP. Let's know that they're heading this way. I mean, Abed was the one to find him. He's got the Blade Fury. We'll now go for the TP. That was a little late, though.
That was very late. Oh, my.
But Kaka doesn't save the toss until it's ending, so he's not actually able to cancel the TP, even though the Blade Fury ended before the TP did. He's lucky to get away there, but he did.
Lucky
he did.
Kaka didn't just avalanche the floor. And he waited so long. I feel like maybe I think he thought he was TPing or something. That was strange.
Either that or he just thought that there was some sort of BKB cancelling ability that was inbound, but there wasn't.
No.
But he gets out. He gets out back towards the mid and he jabs. Forced to use the false promise on himself. Old Chicken and Kaka will make sure there's more than enough damage out though, so jabs should still die after this. The Will-O-Wisp is going to be placed as well in an attempt to control more, but already Abed, he's blinked out. The Dream Car holds back Old Chicken for a little bit of time, as Abed will manage to get himself out of there, so just the support kill.
It's really seeming like Fnatic are starting to be the ones who actually are lacking damage. It's like if MP is not there, or if the Timbersaw is not there for like the full follow-up, they actually don't really do that much. The Puck plus the Earth Spirit, sure, they have like high spreading damage and all that, but Keen seems to be pretty tanky, even though they don't actually have their own mech, and they're going to be building toward it pretty soon. I see Old11 has the Buckler, and pretty much the Hedger's finished up. So yeah, Fnatic, they're really relying on this Timber, and I mean, mostly is the Jug on dealing out that damage inside of the coil. As Keen, they're starting to claim some pressure back into this game. It's what, only less than a 1k gold advantage. Experience is actually leading for Keen.
Certainly showing way more signs of life at this point than Keen Gaming were in game one.
Oh yeah.
As now they are closing that gap. They're keeping the game even. Fnatic now with the smoke though. Ready to set up. They've got the Omni Slash ready on MP. This nearly has the money as well for the Blink Dagger. Doesn't have it on him though at the moment.
They saw that Old Chicken has the BKB finished up on this Weaver, so that's pretty hard kill for them to actually burst down entirely with all the saves that come out from the the OD, or if he gets BKB and time lapse off.
Team Gaming are very grouped up in towards the mid. We'll see MP go for the Omni Slash. They get the silence off as well. The bounces around. BKB's going to be popped by old Chicken, but Kaka's already dead. They get the Dream Core snap back as well onto the OD. They're on top of Dash. He'll go for the Self Astral. He will have the blink available and should be able to get out, but no, he doesn't use it. In fact, he stays down. He's still alive though. He's Eclipse. He's not died. Dash again able to Self Astral. There's 2 dead on Fnatic. Buyback from Kaka. King Gaming. They know this is a fight they can take. Dash is able to blink out after the Astral ends. Old Chicken is still alive. Arbed is hunting. In fact, Arbed gets the kill. He dives in towards the base. He's looking for Old Chicken as well, but with the Shukuchi, Old Chicken will get away. Now, Arbed able to get themselves at least a big kill in return. Fnatic, they have lost 3 so far this fight. They may lose Arbed as well as they've found him, but in fact, Arbed, he might just get the kill. He gets the kill. Oh, he's still alive. He's not blinking. Oh, I can't get it off. He nearly had the blink available again, but he will end up going down. But that looked to be a disaster for Fnatic, effectively losing 4 heroes, but Arbed putting in the work and getting 2 core heroes as solo kills himself to make sure that the trade was okay.
Yeah, he doesn't make it, it doesn't make it an advantage for them, but he makes it relatively decent, as we see. That was an amazing buyback from Kaka. Just instantly buys back after he gets Omni, gets the beautiful play coming in to clean up MP as he's not spinning.
We've already seen this game how well Arbed has been dancing around the lineup of King Gaming. And plays like that, suddenly keeping the trades good.
Kaka literally got like 1,500 gold from that buyback. Blink Dagger and 2,000 now on this Tiny. Also level 14. Got all the experience for the kills that were there in that fight.
It was definitely a bit of an unfortunate start as well for Fnatic, because it would have gone a whole world better if they killed Dash in time. But he lived on so little HP, meaning he got to turn around, get off another Astral, get off the Sanders's Eclipse. They was very close to bursting him at the start of that fight, but not quite able to do so.
That's what we're talking about, right? Their damage is... if the Timber's able to connect with all spells, you can say, yeah, they have very high damage, but their damage isn't really that reliable. There's burst to go for this OD, who... How close are we getting toward these BKBs? He's actually finished the Hurricane Pike. Feels like he can stall out one more item before getting that one. He's level 18 now on the OD too, so those last few fights that Keen has actually won have gotten them so much experience.
Jump forward in the mid lane, Dream Call. And forced to the side, no escape pro at 11. He's dead for a minute. That's a decent amount of time where they don't have to worry about this team fight control that the Pangolier has been offering. Fnatic will move straight down the mid lane, look to clear off a tier 2 tower potentially as well. That's Dagon now being picked up by Arbed. He's going to be able to make more of these sort of solo plays that we've seen. And Fnatic, they'll go for the Roche objective. Straight into the pit, MP and DJ.
It's like he heard us, right? Saying they need some more burst damage coming out from their lineup, and yeah, picks up the Dagon right away. I like that quite a bit here.
King Gaming, they should be able to get here in time, though. It's not the quickest of rush rounds. Obviously, a very safe form with the healing ward. They've got the sustain.
Pango's still dead for 25. He has buyback. They do have the Willow.
And they have the Sanity's Eclipse. It's just come back online. Now there's the buyback. King Gaming, they want to fight this. Kaka jumps in, but the Blade Fury's out already. MP backing up. Old Chicken and Kaka, they'll move forward, though. They're trying to get on top of the line, but the Will-O-Wisp is down. BKB popped by Old Chicken, but they've lost Kaka. The Swashbuckle comes in. Jabs is taken out, so there's no possible false promise to back up Fnatic if Fnatic continue to try and fight this. The BKB's about to wear off for Old Chicken. Arbed, he's outside the pit, has still got the Dream Coil.
They know Kaka's dead, they know the Will-O-Wisp was used, and they know the BKB on the Weaver was used right now, so it's a little bit scary for both sides to kind of commit forward here. But for Fnatic, when they have their Oracle up, that's when they can look to actually make the play, as they know that they'll have a man up, as well as a couple more ultis. Just both teams keeping their high ground advantage.
Yeah, neither of them really wanting to go back into the pit before they have the full 5-man back in the game.
Now, Weaver's BKB still about 25 seconds. Fnatic, they're starting to make their move in. Jabs is alive again.
And Healing Wall back, available once more. So it's out. MP can tank the Roche. Continues to try and take this on their own, and as for, we'll see if let me get in. Tries for the silence. Arbed jumps immediately to the backlines. Defensive Astral will be there to try and buy some time for the Pangolier, but iSkyCloud on top of him. They get rid of 11. Now around on the back, Jabs. He's being focused down by this Weaver. The silence again, Arbed! This puck just playing around with King Gaming. Jump on the Yule's control as well. Another silence is out onto the OD. Fnatic, they'll chase the slow of the silence.
Another silence.
Root down from iSkyCloud. That's going to be Dash dead as well. kill.
And now they've got all the time in the world.
Oh,
the Pango used the buyback, so he's dead for 70 seconds. Weaver down for 50 as well. That was so well done there by Abed.
I mean, DJ's even hunting for more.
Yeah.
They're going to find Dark in the tree line. He's a little on the mana, but he's going to have Greaves ready to pop again in a second. So bam, there you go. Mana's ready for the Chakram to come out. Another kill for Fnatic. But you said around that pit, Abed's plays there, two crucial ones. Instantly getting the silence from that Pango, making sure there's no potential Rolling Thunder to mess up the Roche, and then also being able to catch out the Weaver. That silence making sure that MP gets the full Omni Slash off.
Yeah, the entire Omni Slash going on him, and that's when they identified, right? They saw Weaver's BKB was used. We've got the 5-man lineup. Keen cannot fight around this when the Will-O-Wisp was used, with their BKBs were used, and now Fnatic, they might switch their X.
Yeah, they're pushing every single lane here in against Keen Gaming. They're going to get a lot out of this. I mean, they are going to be back up in about 10 seconds. They'll at least get a tier 3 bottom.
They can go for shrines. Just clean those shrines up. Then you have this just overwhelming map control.
Yeah, they're going to get 2 tier 3s by the looks of it. Ice as well.
He's going to get it as well. Oh, he misses his chain. He's low on mana.
They can punish this indeed.
Oh, he is looking dead.
That missed Timber chain is certainly going to be a dead Timber Saw.
And that's how much int? 24 int now too. Maybe they can actually smoke and immediately look for a fight on Keen. With that int built up, they are very strong right now.
Did get the tier 3 tower though on that lane as well.
He did.
So a lot of money all around for Fnatic. You can see Abed already shooting up in the levels of his dagger.
Yeah. So they got to push out these lanes really quickly, and I guess that's going to waste a little bit of the time for the stacks for the OD for them to be able to fight. So getting those lanes out before they can make a move. And we see Fnatic. They're all kind of defensively playing themselves.
TJ just picking up some levels himself in the mid lane. Of course.
He's queued up a Hex, by the way.
Go for the big box. Go for the big items. I mean, it's sort of that point where you get a Hex on, you get that Hex off. It will win you the game.
What level Dagon do we have?
Level 4.
It's
just gone up so quickly after those last few fights.
When did he pick up the Dagon? The 25 minutes? 24 minutes? He picked up
more recent than
maybe
that.
even more recent than that, yeah, 26. He's got 4 levels of Dagon already. This burst damage, I mean, Pangolier sitting at 1600 HP. He's definitely burstable if he gets jumped on by the puck as well as one other hero. We see DJ, the Earth Spirit, is sitting at 2400 HP compared to 1600 Pango. So this Earth Spirit can soak a lot of damage here for his team. They just really have to watch out for the OD. That's the big one, because now the timing is there. Blink, BKB, Kaya.
And he's got with the level 20, that +2 Sanity's Eclipse multiplier, so
yeah,
that extra bit of damage ready to burst with.
14 int multiplier, or so it says with the Kaya thing. I know people had debates about that one, if it actually works like that or not.
MP?
He has the Oracle behind him as well as the Timber Saw.
He's also got the newly brought up BKB and Aegis. He's actually going to pop the BKB straight away here, MP. I don't know if he's actually going to be able to do much with it. The Root's going to be there if they find the Weaver heading in. The old chicken does get the time lapse off in time. BKB's going to be popped as well. MP's BKB will finish off jabs. He's getting on, but the false promise is out, keeping him safe. And indeed with MP jumping back in with the Omni Slash. He's bringing them all low. Abed's in. Dagon silence left the Weaver dead. Blade Fury chased down onto the call. There's going to be a buyback straight away from Dark. As Dash's BKB is about to wear off. iSkyCloud is chasing. Old 11 trying to hold the back with the Root. Cancels the casting off the Rolling Thunder. Can he actually get it off? He will get it off. So Old 11 should be able to roll away. So if there's any way they can chase him down, iSkyCloud is certainly going to try. Rolling Thunder will still bash him back, and Old 11 will be safe.
So smart the way they took the fight. They just isolate the Weaver. Old Chicken has to be so careful. I mean, these Atoses, all these silences, we were mentioning how they're going to be a problem, and they absolutely are. Just way too much control coming out from Fnatic.
And in towards the base they go. This is a dead Weaver for 45 seconds.
And that was Sanity's used as well. So no Sanity, no BKB. Look how confident Fnatic is playing forward. iSkyCloud though is going to be eating a couple of hits here.
And we'll be able to disarm the OD. Make space for MP to start hitting onto these barracks with the Blade Fury. Is more than fine to stand his ground. He's got the BKB back up and ready to pop again. Also that Aegis still there for the Juggernaut.
They're double sieging again too. You see Abed, he's going for a Rax at the same time as the bottom Rax is going down.
And Keen Gaming, they really don't want to use this buyback on the Weaver, but they're going to have to. They're losing the Rax, they're losing them quick. Will-O-Wisp is going to be laid down. MP's pretty low. So is iSkyCloud though able to timber chain out. MP should lose at least the Aegis. Can they kill him a second time? There's going to be incredibly hard to do. Oh, Abed jumps in back. Defensive Astral will keep Kaka alive for now. So Kaka won't die to the jump forward of Abed. Old 11 trying to lead the charge, see if he can catch out anyone of Fnatic. Only jabs, of course, in that last sort of 2 fights being the one to die, but Keen Gaming at least are able to push them away from that bottom Rax.
Look what level Abed is. He's actually about to be 25 already in this game, so that GPM talent.
He's absolutely massive. I'm a 5-1 and 10.
And now he's going to be going for that Aghanim, so we were mentioning, you know, the saving grace for Keen is they at least have like some of those BKBs, that magic immunity, but with this now, gonna make it so much more difficult. And yeah, he's gone also for, I love that Abed went for, I mean, it's more of a talent that we see here, but the -8 second waning rift in this game, it's got a 5-second cooldown. And he's playing versus heroes that, you know, if they get silenced, they will more than likely die if they don't have their BKBs. Keen, they had a moment in this game around that 28-minute mark where they had you know, that small little 1k advantage, but Fnatic just, that Roche pit, that execution of the fight around there has really just catapulted them forward to have a firm grasp and control of this entire game here. As, yeah, we can just watch Puck's money skyrocket, of course, as well.
I mean, Abed's got to start thinking about what he wants after the axes. It's going to come very quickly.
Get an axe, he can still replace. I mean, not that much more. Actually, Veil, I guess. He can get rid of the Veil, and then he can maybe get E-Blade. Yeah, he can get an E-Blade for himself. Or Hex, even.
Oh, Hex.
I think Hex is probably better. And they can just buy Moonshard for his jug. Sure.
Yeah, talking about Hex's, DJ is very close to having his.
How's he doing? Oh, wow, yeah. He's
very close.
And almost level 20 if he wants to go for the GPM talent, too. So they are continuing to scale quite heavily, and yeah. They look like they're feeling pretty comfortable with the way that they're playing around the map. And the way, I mean, the way they're itemizing 2 iSkyCloud with Solo Crest, he's going Halberd too, so they're getting ready for this OD who is already getting shut down quite heavily. They're getting all these more items that makes the game even harder for Dash.
Dash is really the only sort of threat that can build up the damage in the fights, get that huge damaging ultimate alpha. If Fnatic get on top of the OD, it feels like the team fight's just going to be over.
Yeah, I don't feel like Old Chicken actually does much inside of the fights anymore. He had this big timing where he got that Maelstrom early on, but now he's got Mjolnir BKB, but we look at Fnatic's heroes and everybody is just super durable, except for Jabs. Jabs is nice and squishy, but he's got a Glimmer Cape.
Anytime sort of Old Chicken's in place trying to hit people, then Fnatic's going to have an answer.
Especially now that they have a Hex on the Earth Spirit too, so they've got this crazy amount of lockdown that can come through. You can actually like Rolling Boulder stun, Hex, follow up Rolling Boulder stun, and then have follow up from the rest of your teammates too.
Yeah, they can't do what they did last game, King Gaming, and be sort of very slow with the BKB usages. They have to use them boldly. Yeah. Otherwise, they're not going to get a chance to use them at all. They
just have to get some type of Dream Initiation here and to kill the Puck.
Somehow. Size. It's a bit of a tricky target indeed. There's the counterplay straight away. BKB is going to be out though from Dash. He'll turn towards DJ with the Sanity clips down and be burst over the false promise. It's going to keep DJ safe. DJ's able to get out of there. Fnatic, they haven't lost anybody.
Now the Atos.
And now the BKBs have been worn off for Keen Gaming. And Fnatic can now move in. Hold 11 will be able to get the swashbuckle off before the silence connects. Silence on MP, but the Manson Star removes it. Fortune's end down to Old Chicken. Sentry Warp will be taken away. Just lose for the one. Looks like DJ did still die. They weren't able to save him even with the false promise. And up to the high ground. Abed was waiting. Old 11 still alive though, and Abed actually TPing out of this engagement for now. Back in the mid lane though, MP, he's still fighting. He's moving forward, chasing down Dark. And get the kill. That's going to be Dark dead for 100 seconds. And Abed, he's able to get back in with those boosts who travel. TP back with the TP scroll. He's back in with the boost, the burst, the silence onto the Weaver. He's going to live. Now Kaka does get the counterplay in onto Abed. Abed's still good to go though. They would have given the heals up as well from that aura of the Greaves. Abed's fine. As they'll now push on Fnatic, hitting another tier 3 tower. They'll take the third and final one away from Keen Gaming.
These long duration team fights just...
Oh my god,
he's going to get him. Oh, the Greaves.
It's so close without those Greaves that he's dead every time. But Old 11 does have that burst heal to keep him safe against the damage output that Abed does.
Yeah, these long duration team fights just seem like Fnatic just crushing it, because the BKBs are so necessary for the side of Keen. If they're able to actually blow up targets with that initial, great. But as soon as those BKBs go down, you see Abed just like toying with them, jumping in and out of the fight, getting, I don't even know, like 14 waning rifts or something in the fight.
I see is they will ignore one another. I know that this is an important time. Roshan's going to be back up. Fnatic, they know with their lead. They take the Roche. That's pretty much going to be the ticket they need to close this game up.
Yeah. It's just so hard for Keen to really like get on top of any other targets here. I see the Weaver now queuing up a Hex, and it's like, yeah, that seems kind of appropriate almost, even though the damage is going to be pretty awful from him. They don't have ways to catch these heroes on the side of Fnatic. It's like, Kaka, either you have to pretty much get like the Dream Avalanche toss to kill people, because the Will-O-Wisp, they can get their immunities oftentimes in between that one.
And with no Keeper of the Light for 10 seconds, there isn't that Will-O-Wisp to help set up around the pit. Surely they've got a Rolling Thunder, but they've got to get over it quickly. Smoke's going to be used from Fnatic. They're baiting Keen Gaming in towards the pit, they know that it's very easy for them themselves to get a kill on Keen before they go to rush. They jump in, they find Kaka. Kaka's being rooted. BKB pressed by MP as he's trying to commit. They are back around the shrine. Their dream calls down onto the two of them. Dutch going to be stunned up. They've lost Kaka. Omni's with the silence again. Abed, every time these silences screwing with Keen Gaming. Roots out from iSkyCloud. The BKB has to be popped by Dash. There'll be a buyback out as well from Old 11.
Oh, the DD Omni Slash on top of that coil. They just got eviscerated in no time. Look at that damage. 2,700 in the matter of seconds.
Just this Puck's control just ruining every attempt from Keen Gaming to fight.
Abed's played this one to perfection, for sure. They don't have, I mean, it's just really hard for them to really kill this Puck, this Juggernaut. It's just the nature of their lineup. They don't really have the greatest ways of locking it down. They have like they have a toss. Sure, they've got the Pango Rolling Thunder, but you know, as Panel mentioned, as we've seen time and time again versus a Puck, it's a lot harder to play around your Rolling Thunder.
Pete will take the rush. He's got that 25. Takes the plus 600 health talent this game. So this Jug he's so beefy. You cannot have any sort of chance of bursting down MP.
Nope. And he's pretty much got his butterfly finish too. When that Aegis does go down, if he wants to replace it, his raw physical damage is
it's just unmatched by any of Keen Gaming. Even with their sort of 3 cores attacking the same target, it's not going to come out as fast as the damage that MP is shooting away.
No.
That's up to the base they go. 10 seconds and Keen Gaming will have the full lineup alive. But a 22,000 net worth lead for Fnatic. Aegis in the hands of the Jug. Now onto the Rax route as well, just toying with Dash on the side. He's trying to get some in-racks up. Mantle will be popped. Arbet jumps in with the Dagon, bursts down the OD to half health, and already that's going to be the Rax gone. Kaka tries for a jump forward. Do get themselves on top of the Jug a little bit, but he's so tanky. There's no way that they can kill him with any sort of quick move. He's always going to survive, especially with jabs behind him. As they get that melee racks, Fnatic getting that step closer to ending this game. Keen Gaming, they need something incredible to swing this one around. As MP and Arbed, they're just miles ahead of anyone else this game.
They need some type of like dream fight with this Weaver that's picking up the Hex right now. They need to get a Hex, build up a lot of int on this OD, and he just needs to lay down the hammer somehow and get multiple kills. But the first thing they need to address is the Puck. But that also means they need to address the Oracle in the backline. So it's got to be like this double initiation. They need to find this Oracle in the back and kill the Puck, because it's just causing so many problems for them. Another DD.
And of course with the Omni Slash still ready to go. Keen Gaming have to be careful. MP, you know he's going to jump in if he sees the chance to. As Fnatic keeping all waves pressured in to the base of Keen Gaming. Making sure that they... I mean, MP, you got to watch out when he jumps in like that, because he's going to look to jump on you. They do get that Hex off onto him, but Arbet again, silence out onto both of the 2 cores. And he will pop the Blade Fury, commit for the melee racks. Look at the speed that he takes it down with the double damage. Old 11 does jump in with the Rolling Thunder onto the 3 of them. MP's getting pretty low. They'll burst the Aegis once. Can they kill him a second time? Old Chicken committing with the BKB onto the Oracle, but the Oracle, he's fine. Jabs is able to walk over the false promise. They'll try and turn. They'll be able to force up one to the high ground. Will-O-Wisp is down. Old Chicken has to use the time lapse. MP committing with the BKB though, doing loads and loads of damage here. The Omni Slash bounces aren't good though. They only are onto the creeps. So Keen Gaming will be safe from the Jug ult. They have the room from iSkyCloud out on the Kaka. They've burnt down the Pango. They'll cut down the Tiny. Fnatic still getting 2 kills. They're finishing off the range racks here as well.
It's too much sustain. Keen cannot deal with this, even though they've got a great Rolling Thunder by Old 11. Everybody's full HP. They just put a healing ward down. They've got the Guarding Greaves. It gets sniped. The ward does get sniped, but they just don't have the damage to brute force through this Fnatic lineup that just, sustains through everything and finish up the last 2 buildings here as they're going to commit forward for the kill, and it's a speedy Hex.
Yeah, there's Kikuchi's out there in time before. They still have the Yules control with the vision they have, the silence as well. Defensive Astral will be there. Is he actually going to get out of this? There's so much damage surrounding him. Old Chicken is dead for 2 minutes. GG is corner. Fnatic take the game, take the series 2-0. And Fnatic honestly playing at a level that's just, they've never been at this level for a while. Sure, they've been one of the best teams in SEA, but now they're just pushing it even further. And at the moment, they're looking like the favorites to take this major.
They used their time off efficiently. That's what I saw in this game. They were dewarding left and right, finding